There are two teams I consider to be the hardest to rebuild in Madden 25, being the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns, both for cap space reasons. Of course, the Browns with the Deshaun Watson deal and the Saints with whatever they've done with their cap space over the last 10 years. But today, over the next 10 seasons, I'm going to be trying to save this team that has been known as one of the worst in the NFL for a while now, and once again has been one of the worst in the NFL this season. And of course, our goal today is going to be to try to win this team at least one Super Bowl and try to turn this into the highest overall team in the league. So this should be a ton of fun. And just super quick before we get into this, be sure to leave a like on the video. Sounds stupid, but it really does help out the channel. I would appreciate it. And if we can get to, I don't know, 2,000 likes on this video, I'm going to do the other hardest team, a 10-year rebuild of the other hardest team, the New Orleans Saints. And I'll try to determine which one is actually the hardest. So yeah, 2,000 likes if you want to see that. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. All I do are rebuilds on the channel, so if you like these, then you're definitely in the right place. And we are super close to 70,000 subscribers. And then very last thing, let me know down in the comments what team I should do a 10-year rebuild of next. Maybe you think there's a team that's harder to rebuild in Madden than one of the two I named. Let me know that down in the comments. But without further ado, let's finally get into this. And obviously, I'm gonna use real-life draft classes for this first season. I'm not even sure if there's a consensus on like who the Browns are gonna pick, at least not yet. So we'll have to see what we want to do. But let's just get straight into this first offseason and we will see how we finish the season. But all right, we finished the year 5-12 and we are apparently gonna have the number 7 overall pick. Madden always lies with the pick you're gonna have for some reason until you actually get into the draft. It just doesn't show the right number. But in the Super Bowl, we have the Chiefs versus the Eagles. I was literally gonna predict that, but the Eagles do take it, even though it says the Chiefs right there. The Eagles win 34-27. Both were 16-1, by the way. I'm pretty sure the Eagles have 2 losses, so I don't think I set their schedule right, but oh well. But who do we want to re-sign? Nick Chubb. I don't know. I hope he can bounce back in real life, but so far he hasn't looked good. Hopefully he's still just, you know, recovering. But here, I mean, he's 29. He regressed a ton. Oh, I forgot to turn down the regression sliders. Oops. That's fine. But I do think we should let him go. I mean, he only had, what, 3.9 yards per carry? I think he only has, like, 3 in real life, so that's not great. But Jedrick Wills, we're gonna let go. I think pretty much all these guys we're gonna let go. I think, unfortunately, Jameis, we are also gonna let go. I mean, he's fun, but he's just, you know, one of those quarterbacks that's kind of an interception waiting to happen. You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna re-sign anyone. Let's just get into this first offseason. And we'll see if there's anyone we want to sign in free agency. I feel like we should do something, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, kind of as expected, there really isn't anyone available in free agency. There is Garrett Bowles, though. I mean, we need a left tackle. Well, this whole line is horrible, but obviously left tackle, the most important position, and we don't even have a single one on the roster. I mean, I guess we can move Conklin or Jones over to left tackle, but I don't know that I'm comfortable with that. I mean, Garrett Bowles isn't even interested, so we might have to do that. Yeah, is there a single... Matt Pert is the only one interested. And Joseph Noteboom. Yeah, I'm okay, thanks. Maybe we'll have to roll with those tackles. I don't know. Maybe we could sign Drew Dahlman. I mean, I've had some interesting experiences signing Drew Dahlman in Madden. He's not even interested. Okay. How about Ryan Kelly? Maybe. It's just understandably tough to get players to want to join this team. But okay, here's what we're gonna try to do in free agency. We're gonna go for Ramondre Stevenson, Ryan Kelly, and Elijah Moore. Not the flashiest class ever, but I mean, not a lot we can do. I'm also iffy if we should even go for Ryan Kelly, because can we even get out of the Ethan Posick contract? I mean, is that even what we need to do? I mean, I guess any help on this O-line is good. It's just kind of a temporary fix, because, you know, Ryan Kelly's already, what, 33, 32, but it's better than nothing. So these 3 players, do they want to sign? Okay, for a split second, it didn't show anybody there. We at least get Ramondre Stevenson. We don't get Ryan Kelly, despite having the lead for him, but we'll take Stevenson, I guess. Tough start, but what can I really do, to be fair? I guess we can go for Will Hernandez and just, you know, start him in place of whoever underperforms on the O-line. We do sign him, thankfully. Elijah Moore, I don't really care, honestly. Let's get to the draft, and that's where we're actually gonna, you know, hopefully be able to build the future of this team. Also, hopefully it's a better free agent class next year. That was horrible. But okay, in the draft, I figured we pick at number 6. I don't know how, it's not like any of these teams were in the playoffs. Obviously, where they pick changes based off how far they go. I don't know how that glitch even happens, but apparently we actually pick at 6, not 7, I figured. The Panthers have the number 1 pick. Kind of surprises me. The Bears at 2, this is interesting. But all right, I would hope that the Panthers wouldn't take a QB. They go with Hunter, okay, good. The Bears, hopefully same deal. They go Abdul Carter, makes sense. Patriots, hopefully same deal. Either McMillan or Campbell. Graham, sure, if you want. Saints, they'll probably take a QB. They go McMillan. Okay. Are we gonna have QBs available? They still have Derek Carr. Okay. And then the Giants, surely they'll pick a QB. I mean, they might assign someone out of free agency, so maybe not, but they don't have a quarterback on the roster. Surely. Okay, they go with Shedeur Sanders. For some reason, Quinn Ewers crept his way back up the board. I don't know how, but I am going to take, in my opinion, the best quarterback available. I've seen a lot of Drew Aller hype just in the last day or two. I don't know if I can fully get behind that, but he's good. He's pretty good. I'm gonna take Cam Ward. I know you can argue Miami didn't play anybody this year, but whatever. I'm still gonna take him. I think this is only the second time I've used him in Madden, so we'll see how he does. Ranked 14, got him at 6. That's better than I expected. Oh yeah, I should give him a dev trait. I'll give him one. I meant to, but I forgot. So I'll give him star or something. I swore I did though. I guess not, I don't know. But all right, round 2, we should definitely think about either a receiver or a lineman here. There's Cameron Williams, he's only 21. Let me see who the Browns are like mocked to take in the second round, because I don't even know. You know what, I think this is fair. I'm gonna take Cameron Williams. Not my favorite in the world, but he has theoretical upside. He's only 21. That makes me feel horrible that he's younger than me. Oh yeah, today's my birthday, by the way, or I guess yesterday when this video comes out, so that's something, I guess. But all right, we'll take him. I already know I have him at a 68 overall, but I did give him star dev, so not great yet. Oh, that's really not great. Okay, I should maybe make him a higher overall. I didn't realize a 68 was ranked 199. I mean, I just have my draft class overalls really low. I like them more that way. I didn't realize it was that low though. Oh well. But round 3, we should definitely take a receiver. I don't think I've ever used Jaden Higgins in a rebuild, but I do like him. Both of the Iowa State receivers have been really good this year, so I mean, there are still quite a few receivers left, but it looks like Higgins and Tez Johnson are both first to second round talents. So I'll go with Higgins, and he'll start for us immediately, I think. So we'll take that. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. Of course, Cam Ward, 75 overall. I did give him star dev. I guess I could give a division rival player star dev if they don't have it, just to make it fair. Pierce already gave superstar, I'm pretty sure. Milrow already has star, I think. Okay, maybe Tyler Booker? He already has star too. Okay, we'll just leave it. I think it's fair enough. But yeah, Cam Ward is hopefully our QB for this entire rebuild. And I mean, it's a decent surrounding group for him. Not the best receivers, but should be a better O-line than the one we've seen in real life for the Browns. And we'll see if we can develop Cameron Williams. I know he looks horrible right now, but he's only 21 with the hidden dev. And then Jaden Higgins is pretty nice too, 73 overall. So he'll probably start for us this year. And then Nazir Stackhouse, whose name I had to spell wrong because it censors it. And then Kobe Hudson. I think I forgot to grab the picks for the Zadarius Smith trade. For some reason, we didn't have them, so I'll get them for next year. But all right, let's get into year number 2. And let's see if we can already do well out the gate. I hope so. But all right, here we are heading into year 2. I think we're a better team. This almost feels like a, one step back to take 2 steps forward type of season, but, well, I don't know. I mean, hopefully we'll be better than 5-12. But we're not great. Our tackle group scares me. At least if one of these 2 underperform, I'll probably put Cameron Williams in rather than Will Hernandez. Will Hernandez might just have to be a backup, so it was kind of maybe pointless that we signed him, but it's not the end of the world or anything. And we'll see how Ramondre Stevenson does. I feel like he's pretty good in Madden. Good in real life, I like him, but good in real life and good in Madden are 2 different things, so we'll see what happens. And then the defense, it's almost the same. I mean, it's pretty much the same. Ronnie Hickman developed a lot last year, though. Up to an 83. Still at only 23, so he should be a legit piece for us through this rebuild. But all right, we'll have to see how this team does. I at least hope, Cam Ward can do well. It's not the best surrounding cast, but I guess it isn't the worst, or at least it shouldn't be. So let's get to the midseason point and we'll see what happens. Okay, well, Well, we're 2-5 at the midseason. All right, we have the worst offense in the league. Yeah, that, I can't fully say that makes sense, but we don't have a lot going for us. Okay, and Jack Conklin at left tackle. Should we embrace the tank? That might not be a bad idea. I mean, I would have preferred if, you know, Cam Ward did better to try to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I didn't really think that would happen on this team, though, and it definitely doesn't look like it will. So we'll try Cameron Williams. We'll see. He's gonna do horribly, I'm just telling you, but we'll see if we can at least get him some development. But it looked like our defense was still doing well, so at least that's a positive. But we have some re-signings this year. What do we have? Ronnie Hickman, David Njoku, Greg Newsome, Martin Emerson. Okay, quite a few starters, and none of them are interested. Joel Bitonio, too. All right, well, let's start with Ronnie Hickman, because at least he, you know, has potential to be here for a while. That's not that cheap of a deal, though. We're gonna have to give him a 6-year deal, which is way too long, but he doesn't even take it. Great. David Njoku, again, that's way too long of a deal. I would go 3 years, 46. That's fine. He doesn't take it. Remember when I said this is one of the hardest rebuilds? Yeah, this is one of the reasons. I'd go 6 years, 55 for Greg Newsome, I guess. He takes it. That's cool. I mean, the Browns secondary's been horrible in real life, but it looks like it's doing better here. I'm not crazy about Martin Emerson, but he at least has star dev. I would go, again, a super long deal, but 5 years, 31, doesn't take it. Mohamed Diabate, is that how you say it? Diabate? Something like that. He resigns. It looked like Wyatt Teller and Joel Bitonio were, or who was it? It was Wyatt Teller and I think Ethan Posick, who had allowed 0 sacks so far. I would go player-friendly 2 years for Teller, I guess. He's still only 30. And then other than that, I think we're good for now. I mean, I use the term good loosely. We barely got anyone back, but that's all we can do for now. So let's get to the end of the year, and we'll see how we end up doing. Okay, we actually might have the #1 pick. Let me see. I think this is a better way of checking. Let's check standings. Okay, #2. We'll take that. I don't know if this is a good class at all. We only scored 264 points. What is that? 13 a game? Did we stay with 13 a game? Oh no, that was 15. Okay, better, but still worst in the league. Still horrible. But yeah, hopefully there's someone good available at the top of the board. Cam Ward is a rookie. Not great. 3,000 yards, 19 touchdowns, 20 picks. Ramondre Stevenson got better in the second half of the year, but still only 3.8 per carry. Jerry Jeudy almost 1,000 yards, 650 for Higgins as a rookie, 600 for Tillman. And hey, all things considered, Cameron Williams wasn't that bad. He did about as well as Jack Conklin did, so we'll take that. And honestly, DeJuan Jones did amazing. I did not expect that. Didn't really develop for some reason, but he did well. How was our O-line not the problem with this team? I guess it was just Cam Ward. He was just horrible on his own. He only got sacked 25 times. Well, that doesn't exactly make me optimistic. But Diabate, 135 tackles, 111 for JOK, 11 TFLs for Garrett and Tomlinson, and sacks, 9.5 for Garrett, 7 for Hall, 4.5 for McGuire. He got like 5.5 last year in simulation, but for some reason was worse this year. And then picks 4 for Ward, and then 1 for 5 different players. Yeah, this team sucked. We were awful. Patrick Mahomes wins MVP. Big surprise. Literally the same top 5 as always. Sam Darnold on the Rams. Okay. Which, by the way, maybe hot take, but Sam Darnold should legitimately be in the MVP conversation. I'm not joking either. As soon as I say that, he's gonna play like garbage next week, but whatever. But let's see. Any Browns for anything? No. Ashton Genty wins Offensive Player of the Year on the Raiders. Higgins at #5. That's cool. Ward at 7 somehow. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Malachi Starks on the Dolphins. Interesting. But all right, should we already try a new offensive playbook? I feel like it's probably too early, but I mean, it was bad. I'm thinking about it. We'll give it 1 more year. I don't know that it'll go well, but I'll give it 1 more year. But in the Super Bowl, we had Packers versus Bills. It looks like the Packers take it. They do. 36-35. Also, Isaiah Bond won Offensive Rookie of the Year for the Falcons. That's interesting. For the NFC, at least. But all right, for the rest of our re-signings. Well, hold on. First of all, let me see. Can we finally release Deshaun Watson? It looks like we can. It would be an 18 mil penalty, but it would save us 46. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So we now have 85 mil in cap to work with, but Ronnie Hickman, very player friendly is what I can do. 7 years, 158, and he doesn't take it. You're probably getting tagged, buddy. I'm gonna be honest. Well, we also have David Njoku to re-sign. I don't want to give him a 6-year deal at 30 years old. I would go 3 3. He doesn't take it. I mean, like, there isn't a lot I can do here, man. These guys just aren't interested. Martin Emerson resigns, that's cool. But everyone else back here is kind of whatever. Ethan Posick didn't really regress much, and it looks like Joel Bitonio retired. I think out of fear, I don't know if we can bring Posick back. He's not interested. All right, well, our O-line is gonna need some work again, but I'm actually gonna tag, I'm gonna tag Hickman. Maybe that's weird over David Njoku, but I mean, Hickman's 24, Njoku's 30. I would rather have Hickman at this point with how they've developed, but I think we can get Njoku back in free agency. We'll see. We also got Cameron Dicker. He just didn't get signed for some reason. Not gonna re-sign with us. Never mind. Okay, cool. But all right, let's get into free agency, and hopefully it's better than last year. I'm gonna look for a lineman, maybe a receiver, maybe even a running back, probably David Njoku, and then maybe something on defense. We'll see. Ooh, okay. Well, James Cook would be good in real life, but he's terrible in this game, unfortunately, so I'm good. Romeo Dobbs or Jamison Williams could be interesting, but very player-friendly just ties us for the lead for David Njoku. I don't think we're gonna be able to get him back, unfortunately, but there is Isaiah Likely. Can we get a lead for him? No. All right, well, I guess we'll try to get Njoku back. I don't know if we can. Joe Tooney would be fun, though. Well, I say fun. He's a lineman, but as fun as a lineman could be. Ooh, and Taylor Moton. We're already out of money, pretty much. I'm sure we can restructure some deals, though. Let me see, because there are some more players I want to go for here. We need something. All right, Joe Tooney, David Njoku, and Taylor Moton. I'm gonna be honest, I just think we're getting Joe Tooney out of these 3. I mean, maybe not. Maybe we'll get one of these other 2, but it would be hard for us to get all 3. We'll see. Okay, we do get Tooney. Njoku goes to the Packers. Likely goes to the Giants. Can we get a tight end, please? I don't want 36-year-old Travis Kelce, Jonnu Smith, maybe Gray or Parkinson. They at least have star dev. Again, that's better than nothing. Both of them have offers already. Again, I'll remind you, I said this was going to be a tough one, and it definitely has been. The Giants also got James Cook. I mean, if this were real life, that would be a pretty good free agent class. I don't know how they're going to do here, but we'll see. Brock Purdy to the Raiders. But all right, let me go player-friendly for Moton. That should give us the lead, if that matters. So can we get these 2? We get Moton, we'll take it. We're going to need a tight end, but again, I did what I could. Just look at this. Nobody is above red interest. Is there a single tight end? Mo Alley Cox at 32 years old. Yeah, I'm good. And Julian Hill. Who does he play for? Is he on the Dolphins, I think? And I can't really blame him either for not being interested. But all right, on a positive note, we at least have pick number 2, or at least I think we do. I wonder what it says. Does it say pick 2? Yeah, it does. Okay, good. So we'll see what we can do. Oh yeah, I'll also get the Zadarius Smith picks, or whatever they got for him. And hopefully we can have a good draft, because we need it. But all right, in the draft, there isn't really anyone I want towards the top of the board. I mean, George Armstrong, I wish I focus scouted him. What? Okay, I really wish I focus scouted him. His ratings don't look that good, though. That's why I kind of ignored him, but to be fair, I didn't think he would run a 4.25 at 6'5", 232. Okay, if he doesn't get picked at number 1, we might have to take him, even though his route running doesn't look the best, and he's already, 23. There's also Chad Ginn, who looks insane, but we just don't need a corner. And then there's Greg Williams. I don't know what I was doing with the focus scouting. I didn't focus scout anyone projected to go top 5. Greg Williams looks solid. Doesn't look like anything crazy. But all right, the Jets are probably going to take the receiver at number 1 and crush my dreams. They don't. They go with Blake Sexton. Now, I don't know if Armstrong is necessarily amazing, but I mean, the speed. With that speed and size, like, he should be. The only thing is, he only has solid acceleration somehow. If he doesn't have 99 speed, I'm not going to do it because it's cheating, but I'll be tempted to give him 99 speed. But all right, we'll take him. Rank number 4, got him at number 2, we'll take it. Thankfully, hidden dev. Somehow only 97 speed, 90 excel. Madden needs to be sent out to the farm or something. Like, in what world? An average of like 93.5 for speed and acceleration, running a 4.25. That's crazy. Ooh, but there are still some really good receivers left. I mean, we don't obviously need one anymore, at least through the draft, but Gerald Allen looks pretty good. Who did I focus scout? Oh yeah, I just did tight ends. I did Gibson, Stewart, and Hayden, and of course none of them are any good. But I don't really think that matters because I'm going to go with Drew Carson. We could wait. Projected to go at 91. I mean, he would be well worth it here, but we could technically wait if we wanted. I don't know if I want to, though. I don't want to risk it. I mean, we can, probably. I don't really know what I want to do here, though. Ooh, you know what? This is a risky pick, but Kendrick Greenwood out of Wisconsin. 32 bench reps, elite strength, A break tackle, A carrying, A stiff arm, and non-F ratings for juke and spin move as a power back. I don't know that I've ever seen that. Yeah, we might have to take him. The only thing I don't like is only decent change of direction. So I don't know if he's going to be amazing, but he looks pretty good. So we'll take him. Ranked 11, picked at 34, we'll take it. And I mean, we're going to start him because I mean, Ramondre Stevenson, he's what, 28 now? He wasn't that good last year. And then now round 3. Thankfully, Carson is still available. Looks insane. Obviously a top 5 talent. Almost has an A for every blocking stat, just not run block power. It's a B. Yeah, we'll take him. Number 1, number 5. Really? With those kind of ratings, he's only 5? I mean, we'll take that, but that's surprising. What a draft class this has been, though. And let's see, is there anyone else worth picking here? I mean, there are a lot of linemen. I don't know if we need to take another. Our line was good last year. I don't trust it, but there isn't really a reason to go so crazy with it. I would want a linebacker, but I don't really see that good a one left. Let me see, what's Fryer's speed in Excel? Good speed, elite Excel running a 4.75? What? So an off-ball linebacker running a 4.75 is good speed, elite Excel, but a receiver running 4.25 was only elite speed and solid Excel? I don't get it, but whatever. Let's go with Ralph Offord. He looks decent. I don't know if he's great, but he's okay. Hidden dev, cool. And let's see, is there any other big need I'm forgetting about? I mean, tight end, but there just wasn't one available. We'll just have to sign somebody. Maybe a defensive tackle, but might be a little late for that. Ooh, and I think we might have just the guy available. This dude looks actually decent. He ran a 4.78. Doesn't even surprise me at this point. I mean, we'll take him. I say this every time I take a defensive tackle, but they're never as good as they look. We'll still take him. Wow, ranked 130, picked him at 130. He's 79 speed, 90 strength, and he's A finesse moves, how is this dude not good? Is it just pursuit? I guess. I don't know. But okay, here is how we did in the draft. Yeah, I would say we did pretty well. George Armstrong, 82 overall, the 4th best player in the class, I think he was. Again, the 90 Excel pains me, but 97 speed, 99 jumping, 94 spec catch. If this dude was actually as fast as he should have been, this might have been the best receiver I've ever seen, at least close. I mean, his route running isn't anything insane. I mean, it's good for a rookie, but either way, he looks great. He'll be our wide receiver 1, I think. I think I'll give him the nod over Judy just because he's younger. And then Kendrick Greenwood, 79 overall. Again, the 11th best player in the class. We'll start him too. And then Drew Carson, 81 overall. 95 lead block and impact block. Honestly, some of his ratings aren't great though. Like only 77 run block. That was an A. So I guess that's why he wasn't as good as he looked, but I mean, he's still an 81 overall. And then Offord's decent. He'll get some playing time. Whitfield maybe could. And the CPU took Aaron Lewis. No dev trade, or Adam Lewis. So at least it picked a tight end. But yeah, that was just a horrible tight end. Was there a decent tight end in this draft? Well, let me check the best players first. So, oh yeah, there was another really good guard. He went 1 pick before us in the 2nd round. I mean, I guess it worked out fine, but Raphael Beckett, 84 overall. I'm honestly surprised that Ginn isn't an 80. I mean, I guess he's an 83, but I thought he would be the best player for sure. Then Armstrong is actually the 3rd best, not 4th. Okay, sure, whatever. But let me check out the tight ends. Was there a decent one? Because I don't know that there was. There were a few 72s. There was a 73. I focus scouted him. I didn't see Gardner though. Oh, he was a blocking tight end, of course. So there were okay ones, but not great. So I'll sign somebody out of free agency. But all right, let's get into year 3, and we should hopefully be better this year, but I guess that's what I thought last year, so we'll see. But all right, I'm gonna actually trade a 4th round pick for AJ Barner from the Seahawks. He was just the best tight end on the trade block, so we'll do that. I mean, we were pretty desperate for tight end. There really wasn't one in free agency, but that's a pretty big upgrade, and he's still only 24, so he could be our long-term tight end for just a 4th round pick. But okay, here's a look at the team heading into year 3. Still only an 82 overall, but we're looking solid. I mean, we're a really young team. Well, other than our O-line, we're a young team. I guess we do have a couple young linemen, but I guess it is mostly old guys now. But yeah, we should be decent, or at least better on offense. offense. I'll still probably change the offensive playbook, though, if we do bad. But our defense is good, 85 overall. It really hasn't changed much. It's mostly just been about, you know, figuring out what's wrong with this offense, which I think is a playbook issue, but we'll see. But again, hopefully we're better. My guess is we'll win something like 6 games or something, though. But we'll find out. Let's get to the midseason. And I mean, if our offense is struggling, we might just change the offensive playbook as soon as the midseason. Okay, we are better at the midseason. Our offense still isn't great, but it's at least, again, better. We're 3-4. Overall, everyone's doing pretty well on offense. Armstrong is having a monster year. The blocking is holding up better than I expected. I thought it would randomly be worse this year, because that's usually what happens. We don't have many sacks, though. Myles Garrett with 5, but only a combined 2 for the rest of the team. And only 3 interceptions. Not that we should be great or anything, but the reasons we're bad are kind of weird. But we have some re-signings to make, of course. Okay, Myles Garrett, JOK, Ronnie Hickman, Isaiah McGuire, Grant Delpit, Cedric Tillman, who's kind of a 4th receiver now, Dwan Jones, who's actually been good, which I didn't expect, Dalvin Tomlinson, we'll probably let go. That's a tough group of players to have to resign. Thankfully, some of them are interested at least, like Myles Garrett. I mean, we're probably still going to have to go very player-friendly, which is 5 years, 245 mil, so that's almost 50 mil a year. Easily the biggest defensive player contract ever. I wonder if he would take player-friendly. We'll try that first, because at least he has a little interest. He does take it. Okay, I'm glad I did that. 4 years, 180. But JOK, we'll try neutral. 7 years, 210. 30 a year. He takes it. And then Hickman, we'll have to go very player-friendly again, but 7 years, 154. And of course, he doesn't take it. But McGuire, he isn't playing great, but he is a decent overall. Delpit isn't interested. I do want Dwan Jones back, though. We can't really afford him right now, but we should be able to at the end of the year, assuming he's still interested. But all right, we're not going to trade anyone away or anything. We're actually decent. So, I mean, we're bouncing back. I think we started 0-2. No, we started 0-4. Okay. So yeah, we are bouncing back. We got beat 7-38 by the Ravens. That's fun. 41-17 by the Jets. Who's their quarterback? Oh yeah, they got Blake Sexton. He has an X factor. They always end up with a weird quarterback room too. For some reason, they'll always sign like 2 decent free agent QBs and then they'll draft someone. Like why? I get signing 1. Well, I don't really get the contract they gave Pickett, but sure, if you want to sign Daniel Jones and draft a good QB, I get it, but that's not all they did. But anyways, let's hope we can keep this, you know, recent 3-0 streak up. I doubt it, but let's get to the end of the year and we'll see how we finish. And we'll reassess the playbooks at the end of the year. If we struggle, we'll think about it. All right, well, we did not continue our winning streak. We finished 5-12. I mean, unless we, you know, won the next 2 and then lost every other game, which wouldn't surprise me. That happens sometimes in Madden. We won another. We lost one, we won another, and then we went 7 losses in a row. I pretty much called it. So, I mean, we kind of continued the win streak. We were, I guess, 5-5 at one point. Well, that's tough. We are going to change our offensive playbook. It was one of the worst in the league again, and it shouldn't really be. Unless Cam Ward is just horrible, which maybe, but I don't know. His stats weren't bad. I mean, for Madden, this isn't great. It probably was actually pretty bad. Hold on. Let me just check for passer rating. The worst was Drake May, and Jaden Daniels was down here? Okay, I don't know about that. Justin Herbert, too? This game is so weird, man. So yeah, Ward wasn't great, but to be fair, it was only year 2. But Greenwood was okay, 3.9 per carry, decent. He had a really similar year to Stevenson last year. Does have superstar dev, thankfully. But Armstrong, this is a number 2 for offensive rookie of the year type season if I've ever seen one. 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns, good. We'll see if he was good enough. My guess is no. Judy was decent, Higgins was decent, Barner was decent, and Taylor Moton was horrible. Every time I try him at left tackle, he sucks, which, I don't know, maybe that's fair. That's not his position, but he wasn't great. Should we try Dwan Jones at left tackle, or would that be a catastrophic failure? Maybe, but we might have to. But 106 tackles for JOK, TFLs 15 for Hall, 11 for Tomlinson, and sacks 10 for Garrett, and that's it. Like, where's the 32 sacks he gets in simulations sometimes? He's never had less than 10 other than his rookie year. But only 4.5 for McGuire, 2 for Hall. Does our defensive playbook suck too? We might just change both, because our defense should be legitimately good. And of course, Lamar wins MVP. division rival. JJ McCarthy up there. Interesting decision to let Sam Darnold go, but I guess it's paying off. Shedeur Sanders on the Giants up here. I feel like they always take him. But Lamar wins Offensive Player of the Year. Max Crosby wins Defensive Player of the Year. No Browns at all. Okay, yeah, we should change our defensive playbook. But Armstrong does take Offensive Rookie of the Year. Really? Over a QB? Greenwood at number 3, Lewis at number 10, and then Andrew Espinoza. I think he was available when I picked the linebacker that I did. I don't know if he would have won Defensive Rookie of the Year for us, but that's still interesting. Offered at number 4. Is that who I'm thinking of? Oh God, I forgot they signed Brock Purdy. Yeah, he's a linebacker. Is he good? He's pretty good now. I don't know, whatever. I do want to check though. What is George Armstrong's dev trait? Is it good? Okay, that's what I was hoping for. Makes sense. I mean, he ran a 4.25 at 6'5", 232. Makes sense that he would have X factor. So we won't get a dev trait for, you know, winning Offensive Rookie of the Year, obviously, but should get some decent XP, we'll see. So disappointing year overall, but let's get these, you know, we'll say we're firing our coordinators here. I'll go with, you know, my favorites. I don't really know which my favorite offensive playbook is anymore. Maybe Cincinnati, it uses a lot of receivers. And then defense, you guessed it, we're gonna go Bills. So hopefully that'll make us play, you know, closer to how we should. Because an 85 overall, that isn't great, but that isn't horrible, I don't think. No, I mean, we're better than a fair amount of teams. There are, of course, teams that are better than us, but I don't think we should have been 5-12. I'm sure the team that wins the Super Bowl is going to be a lower overall than us. Maybe. But speaking of that, let's get to the offseason, and we will hope for better luck this next year. But we had another Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl. It looks like the Chiefs take this one. Who won the last one? I don't even remember. It was the Eagles, so I guess the Chiefs win their Super Bowl battles 2-1. They've all been close, so that's something. Normally, Madden simulation is super weird, but this has just been, yep, the good teams were good. Chiefs, debatably the best AFC team, or maybe second, and Eagles, probably like the second best NFC team in real life. Debatably first. But all right, for re-signings, we have 25 mil, and I don't know who we're gonna bring back. How is Grant Delpit done? He had 2 picks the first year, but no pass deflections. This year he had no picks, but 5 pass deflections. Okay, sure. I'm good. If he was interested, then I would bring him back, but he's not. DeJuan Jones I want back, though. I would go... Even this is a bit much for his overall, but I would go 2 years, 31. He takes it. And then, I mean, I want Ronnie Hickman back, but we're probably just gonna have to tag him again. And then everyone else, I think I'm good, so I guess I'll resubmit very player-friendly. Okay, he takes it this time. Sure, that's fine. We'll have him until he's like 33. But let's hope this is a good free agent class. Last year wasn't bad, just nobody was interested. I don't think that'll change, but hopefully it's good. Okay, it looks pretty good. Of course, nobody's interested at all. Ryan Kelly is. Little late for that. Oh yeah, what's the center's dev trait? I can't remember his name. Superstar. Okay, I mean, that was predictable, but we'll take that. Drew Carson. Did I already see that? Someone else had superstar, right? Oh, it was the running back. So yeah, that was a pretty good draft class. How about, okay, Offord still has star. I mean, that makes sense. Whitfield has star. But let's see, I don't really see a great pass rusher available. We could go with a defensive tackle, but of course, none of them are interested at all. I mean, we have negative 12 mil in cap anyways. I guess we could restructure out of that, but just, it's tough when nobody's interested. I would like to see what kind of offers Ali McNeil has, but even if we restructure a bunch of contracts, I don't know if we could afford. We would have to free up 40 mil in cap. So yeah, that's tough, but there isn't really a lot we can do. But all right, we pick at 5. Unfortunately, I don't really know what I want to do with this pick. There are some decent players, Walt Dyson, Dante Franklin, but I don't know if they're going to be available. We don't need a tackle. We don't really need, I mean, we kind of need a receiver, but we don't, it's not like a top 5 pick need. We just don't have a crazy wide receiver 3 or anything. And then it's like corners, QBs. There is a defensive tackle up here, but he's a 1st to 2nd round talent. Ooh, this guy, there are 2 down here. Day 3, both 1st to 2nd round talents, Tulik and Baldwin. I mean, we might trade out of this pick if one of these 2 aren't still available. So let's see, the Patriots go with Franklin. Okay, well that doesn't bode well for our pick. And then there goes Dyson. Okay. Well, it looks like we're trading down. I don't know where we're even going to trade down to, though, because, wait, did 3 defensive ends go? Oh, where'd the background go? Yeah, Galvin went at 4. Apparently, that's a big need for a lot of teams. Well, we kind of need to take one round 1. Pass rushers past the 1st are garbage. Should we even trade down, or should we just, you know, reach on someone like Darby? Because he doesn't look that good, but we need somebody. Or should we just go with Myles Garrett and hope he can carry the weight of having 2 pass rushers, or I guess not having 2 pass rushers. Again, I think this is the hardest team to rebuild in Madden. Let's see. I think I'm gonna trade down, because I think whatever pass rusher we're gonna get, they're not gonna be great anyways, so we might as well trade down to like 14 or something. Where are the other ones projected to go? Let's see, Darby 17, Coleman 25, Slay 27. I mean, we could even trade down to like 16 if we want to. Okay, this is an interesting one. We're just gonna kind of like avoid this draft. Well, not really avoid it, but we'll trade down to 16 for a 3rd this year and then a 1st next year. Kind of a lot to give up for the Vikings, but I mean, this is for a top 5 pick, and it looked like there are some really good players here. We just do not need them. Which, you know, it isn't always good to just pick for need, but we kind of have some big holes on the roster that we can't really fix later in the draft, like edge. So I am gonna take... Who should we go with? It looks like Slay. He's only 21, but also he doesn't look that good. Dockett looks decent. He actually looks better. Hold on, combine check. How'd you do? Good speed, good excel, great strength. Interesting. Good speed, good excel, good strength. Yeah, Dockett looks better. Are there any outside linebacker edge rushers left? There's Donald Thomas. He doesn't look that good though. All right, give me Dockett. This is gonna be a horrible pick. I know. We could probably take him a lot later. I know, but I don't feel like trading down again. So we'll take him here. He's probably going to be ranked 50 or something. Oh, okay. No, not ranked 50. Let's forget that ever happened. Okay, well, last year's draft was too good. I have to make up for it by being horrible this year, I guess. All right, give me someone I know is good. Give me Lamar Bone, kind of a hard name. None of the free safeties look that good. 1st to 2nd round talent out of Georgia. That's cool, I guess. I don't know. They have a good defense most of the time, right? Ranked 45, picked at 37 in normal dev. All right, this is gonna go in the Hall of Fame as a all-time bad draft. That's tough. At least we traded down for picks next year. All right, give me, let's see, what do we need still? Looks like a good tight end class for at least blocking tight ends. I don't really know which one of these two are better, but Glenn Madden, elite strength 25 reps. Braden Roberson, elite strength 29 reps. Okay, probably him. Probably bad, but we're hoping for a good dev trait. Yeah, ranked 101, picked at 69, nice, but maybe X Factor, we'll see. Not exactly having the same draft success we had last year. The 1st round pass rusher was so bad, it almost makes me want to, you know, pick another one. I don't know if we'll be able to pick a better one, but maybe a decent one. Antoine Pete looks okay. He has great speed, sure. He's better than the guy we picked in the 1st. No dev trait, because this game hates me, but he's at least decent. We didn't have a 4th round pick? Why did we not have a 4th? Whatever. Thankfully, both of the defensive tackles are still here. I guess I'll go Baldwin, because he's a year younger than Tulik. Or is there a way we can get both? 182, 188. No, I think we have to pick. Give me Baldwin. Ranked 43, picked at 133. We'll take it. Anyway, Tulik's still available? No. Well, that was definitely a draft of all time, that's for sure. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. Ugh. I want to see, though, who was the right choice to make with the 1st round pick? I mean, even Pete would have been better, but was there a good one? Let me see. Ooh. Oh, I thought that said 85, 65. There was a really good running back, though. All right, let me see. What should I have done? Patrick Hill. He looks like a 3-4 DN, though. Same with Hickson. You know, literally the only better defensive end that was still available, I guess other than the 3-4 DNs, was Pete. And I guess we got both of them, so... We did what we could. How about the outside linebackers? That one might have been better than... Hold on, let me see. Okay, there were no decent pass rushers at left outside linebacker. How about right? Okay, Thomas would have been better, which is surprising to me, but only slightly. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better about this. There was, like, no right pick to make. Every edge rusher was bad. Thomas was, I guess, the best one I could have taken. Even he wasn't good, though. Sorry, I just needed I needed to know if I was crazy or not. So yeah, Dockett, terrible pick. Bone wasn't that good either, but he's gonna have to start. But, I mean, kind of the same deal. There just wasn't a good safety. And that was a pretty desperate need for us. You know what? Let me try to confirm my insanity here. Okay, Dom Stark was actually better. He's 23, though. Gerald Carlisle's better. I saw him. I did not think he he was that good. Apparently he's better though. And then I guess that's it. There was a good safety, but he went round 1. So yeah, I guess there were 2 better options we could have made at safety, but barely better. Yeah, that was kind of unlucky. But anyways, Roberson is whatever. Pete, decent. I mean, he would have been better than Dockett again. And then Baldwin was good. That was a draft for sure. But all right, heading into year 4, this is how we're looking. We're up to an 84 at least. Not amazing, but better than where we started, I guess. I'm hoping that we can finally do better now that we have hopefully good playbooks. I am worried about our pass rush outside of Myles Garrett though. I guess I'll start Baldwin because he's a rookie and better than Whitfield now after the preseason. Why is Ward our 4th? What is our corner group? I rearranged the depth chart, didn't I? I don't know how that happened, but okay. But yeah, we'll see how Pete does. I guess we'll start him. I mean, maybe we should start Dockett because he was the higher investment, but I don't know. We'll just have to see how we do. I guess 6 wins last year and we got 5, so I'm gonna guess 11, so that means we'll get 10. I would take that. But once again, we'll just have to see what happens. So let's get to the mid-season point once again, and hopefully we don't suck for the first time. All right, well, we don't have a losing record at least. We're 3-3. We're close to having a losing record, but we don't. Our offense is bad once again, and this year our defense is bad too. Okay, maybe the Bills' defense was a mistake. I don't know. Maybe Cam Ward just isn't that good. I mean, we don't have to commit to him if he just, you know, can't get it together. Thankfully, Greenwood's doing super well this year. I mean, maybe we should lean more into him than the pass game. Jaden Higgins is our #1 receiver. Why? Ooh, and the blocking isn't great. We're on pace to allow, well, it's not that bad. Only 25-ish sacks, maybe 28. I guess the numbers look a lot worse for some reason. I don't know, man. How do we fix this team? Myles Garrett's at least doing super well, but that's it. All right, I was trying Pete. He only has 1 sack so far. I think I'll switch in whatever his name is, Dockett. And we only have 1 pick on the year. I mean, that's the downside of the Bills defense in Madden. It gets like 0 picks. All right, we'll try Dockett, I guess. We'll give him his chance if we have to. I don't know that that's gonna fix anything, but we'll see if he can be okay. But who are we gonna have to re-sign? I know at least one of the players, that's Denzel Ward, but also Mike Hall already? Yeah, I guess so. That's crazy. Jerry Jeudy too. Zach Zinter, but he doesn't play anyway. AJ Barner, Wyatt Teller. We can't have a calm year, can we? Feels like every year we have to re-sign quite a few important players, but Denzel Ward, I would go 2 years, 41. He takes it, surprisingly. I mean, he was interested, but you never know. Mike Hall, 4 years, 86. He takes it, and I think that's all we can do for now. Jerry Jeudy, he's been good these last few weeks in real life, but other than that, for the Browns, he hasn't been great, and here he's already 28. He's not super interested either. We'll see. We could upgrade at wide receiver too, though. I mean, either way, we don't have the money yet, so we'll just have to see at the end of the year either way. But unfortunately, there really isn't anyone we could bench. We're just kind of stuck being whatever. We might finish like 5-12 again, because I mean, 3-3 is pretty good for how bad our stats look. Oh God, I knew this was gonna be hard. I didn't know it was gonna be this hard though. But all right, let's get to the end of the year and we will see how we end up doing. This is rough, man. Okay, actually, here we are at the end of year number 4. And if you've seen one of these videos before, y'all know why we're here. So if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on the video, be sure to subscribe, all that good stuff. Again, 2,000 likes and I will do the other hardest team, in my opinion, the Saints. These are 2 teams I don't think I've ever done a 10-year rebuild of, so that's fun. But also, question of the day. Let me know this down in the comments, but let me see, what's a good one for today? Ooh, who do you think is gonna end up with the #1 pick in real life? I don't even know if I have that good of a guess, but let me know who you think is gonna end up with #1. I think I'm gonna say the Giants. I don't know if that's a bold take, because they might have the #1 pick right now. I don't know. Either them or the Raiders, I would guess, but let me know who you think in the comments for like the 4th time. But yeah, either the Giants or Raiders are my pick. But anyways, I had some pretty good takes about this season here. So Roberson does actually have X Factor. I feel like it's been harder for me to find X Factor blocking tight ends, which is kind of a good thing. They shouldn't exist at all. I say this every time, but how many pure blocking tight ends are there in the NFL that deserve X Factor? Spoiler alert, it's 0. Like, the fact that players like this even exist is stupid, but you can find them for some reason. Offseason. So we'll take that. I mean, we'll just let AJ Barner go and we'll start Roberson. Why not? Other than that, I don't know if we had any other great... Did we draft anyone else with a dev trait? Oh yeah, Baldwin, but he only has star. Whatever though, that's what I expected. But my other good take is in year number 4, we finished 10-7. I predicted 11-6 with the intention of it being 1 win worse than that. So I guess I got it right. I mean, yeah, I did. I guessed 11 because I knew we were gonna get 1 lower than what I would guess, and we did finish with 10, which I don't know how. Our stats were terrible. We were a below average offense and not even a top 10 defense. Nothing was that good about our team. I don't know how we're here, but okay. I want to see, where do we rank for overall now? Probably not anywhere close to the top, but yeah, no. The Chiefs are a 91. They're 5 overall better than us. This is, you know, whenever I say we're gonna see if we can turn this into the best overall team in the league at the start of these videos, I always, you know, have the intention of that happening pretty quick. But here, this has been a legitimate challenge to turn this into the highest overall team in the league. Partially my fault with not that good of a draft this year, but also, again, nobody's interested in joining this team in free agency. It kind of sucks, but I guess that's what you sign up for when you take on this challenge. But let's look over the stats super quick. Cam Ward that's a lot of picks, but he was good. Did end up getting sacked 27 times. Nice completion percentage, but good amount of touchdowns, just still way too many picks. Greenwood was good, almost 1,000 yards, 4.3 per carry. We'll take it. Almost 1,200 yards for Armstrong and 17 touchdowns. 959 for Higgins. Judy was okay. And then blocking, DeJuan Jones wasn't great at left tackle, but I definitely like this more than last year. So I think we'll just keep our line how it is, unless we find a new right guard. I don't know. And JOK, 104 tackles led the team. TFL's 15 for Mike Hall, 12 for Kyle Baldwin as a rookie, 10 for Myles Garrett, and sacks. Myles Garrett breaking the sack record, big surprise. It took us changing the defensive playbook, surprisingly, but 25 sacks. 8.5 for Baldwin as a rookie, 8 for Hall, only 3 for Dockett, though. That's something, man. And we only had 4 total interceptions. This game is killing me, man. But Josh Downs wins Offensive Player of the Year. I actually see him win it a decent bit. It's kind of interesting, but he is one of the more underrated players in the league. I thought, here's an interesting idea. I don't know how many people would be interested in it, but I thought of doing a rebuild where I start with a team of all players that I think are underrated. The only problem with that is I don't know how I would necessarily like rebuild that. I don't know what the rules would be, but I think it would be interesting. Let me know if you would want to see that. But Armstrong up there at number 9, I'm surprised he wasn't even higher. I mean, he had 17 receiving touchdowns, good amount of yards, but Myles Garrett obviously takes Defensive Player of the Year. I would be concerned if he didn't, breaking the sack record. I bet it's not the sack record anymore. I guess I can check that, but it's the real life one. And then Kyle Baldwin obviously takes Defensive Rookie of the Year. But again, I want to see, not career stats. Yep, Micah Parsons broke the sack record, of course. How many did he have this year? 15.5. But yeah, 26 last year. Why? This game, man. But all right, unfortunately, we're coming off a loss in Week 18 to the Vikings. I don't know if they're a good team here. Are they in the playoffs? No. Well, that's tough. Unless they got a first-round bye. The Giants did. I guess they do have Shedeur Sanders here, so whatever. But we're going to be taking on our division rival, the Baltimore Ravens. We're apparently a slightly better team than them. We're both 86s, but it gives us the nod for some reason. I guess we have the same overall defense as their offense, but we have a slightly better offense than their defense. So we're slightly the better team here, but statistically they were much better. So we'll see what happens, but I don't have the most faith in the world. Never mind. Okay, we win 24-17. And we're actually up to an 87 overall now. That for some reason bumped us up. We'll take it. Why did our offense go up 2 overall? It was just an 85, right? I don't know, but we'll take it. But now we're going to be facing we're going to be facing God in Madden, basically. The Kansas City Chiefs. Surely this will go well. Well, it was close, but we do lose 37-32. That's fair. They were the much better team on paper. It's gonna be a Chiefs. Oh no, that was in the conference championship. I was thinking Chiefs-Giants Super Bowl, but I mean, it could be. The Giants are still alive, but we'll see. It's Chiefs-Cardinals. I don't know if that's better or worse. I mean, better slightly. Cardinals are currently the better team, but I don't know. It's the future. Anything can happen, I guess. The Chiefs win it 20-17, it looks like, even though that's not what that says there. But we have some re-signings, and we have negative 13 mil in cap space. Uh-oh. We actually have the 5th year for Cam Ward. He has not played worth it, but I guess we'll just use the 5th year how you're kind of supposed to for an extra evaluation year to see if he's worth it. Or that's not even really what the point of it is, but is it? It's not really what it's used for, but I guess that's what we'll use it for. But all right, we're gonna have to restructure some deals because I definitely want Wyatt Teller back. I kind of want Jerry Jeudy back, but we didn't even use him this year, so I don't know. The only problem is it would be hard to upgrade over him because there are never good free agent receivers available. I mean, I say that and there's finally gonna be one this year. We'll see. We might let him go anyways because again, we just didn't use him. But all right, let me restructure some deals. Let me get out of this hole. All right, give me Wyatt Teller back, hopefully. I would go 2 years, 28 if he sticks around for both of those years. And then Jerry Jeudy, I think we're going to let go. We have the money, but we'll test our options in free agency. No one else here I'm missing, right? No. So let's see if there's anyone good available. If there is, we won't be able to afford them, but I was going to say something insane. I'm not going to say that, but we'll see who's available. Okay, well, Trey Smith is actually interested in us for some reason. We can't afford him, though, and we don't really need him. But there is actually a decent receiver available. Tank Dell. Now, we can't afford him, but it'd be interesting. I mean, we maybe could if we restructure Wyatt Teller. Ooh, doesn't really have any offers. I don't know how much restructuring Wyatt Teller would save, though. Only 2 mil. Okay. Hold on. Is there anyone? 20K? I don't care. Anyone we could release? I mean, Taylor Moton, but he was good. Ramondre Stevenson regressed a little bit. We'll let him go. I think that's enough to go player friendly. It is. So that should get us the lead for him, thankfully. Now, will he take it? I don't know, but we might as well try. So Tank Dell, do you want to sign? He does. Okay, cool. We have a really good receiving core now. George Armstrong, 96 overall X Factor, Tank Dell, and Jaden Higgins. Could be worse, for sure. What could definitely be better, though, is still our edge 2 spot. So we'll try to find someone in the draft there. It just depends on if there are actually good players at that position in the draft. We will find out. It said it was a strong class, so we'll see if that's true. Sometimes that isn't, like, it'll say it's a strong position, but it'll just be a lot of players that are projected to go high that aren't actually that good. Let's hope they're actually good if they're projected to go high. We'll see. But all right, in the draft, we unfortunately don't have the best picks in the world. I mean, at least we have 2 firsts. That's better than not having 2 firsts, but they could be better. The one from the Vikings, that's who we got it from, right? Is number 17. Of course, they beat us to make their pick worse. Didn't even make ours better because we were in the playoffs anyways, but whatever. Thankfully, this is actually a good-looking defensive end class. So I think our first pick, actually, I don't know if he needs to be the first pick, but Jaleel Upshaw looks really good. An actual first-round talent pass rusher. Crazy, I know, that I don't have to take it like number 1. But let's see, I also focus scouted... Really? I thought Schwartz looked really good. He's first to second, so he's decent, but I'm a little disappointed by that. And then I focus scouted a safety. He's a first round talent too. Okay, he's projected to go at 45, and then Upshaw's projected to go at 43. So we'll take Upshaw here. The only problem is I think our defensive end, or our rush end spot, is only power, so he isn't a scheme fit for this, but whatever. I mean, there's McMillan who looks decent, and he actually is a scheme fit, but I'd rather just take the better player. I wish there was a way to change your rush end scheme. Like, it doesn't change if you change the playbook. It's just set for every team. But we'll take Upshaw. Ranked 21. Thankfully has hidden dev. I honestly didn't think he would, but he does. And now our later first round pick, 26, our actual first round pick. Let's go with, does Parham look good? He doesn't look great. If he's really fast, he might be good. Great speed, but only decent excel. I'll go Levine. Also great speed, but only decent excel. Not gonna comment on that, but he looks good, so we'll take him. Rank 20? Really? Really? With these ratings and running a 4.39 or 4.37, whatever it was, he's only ranked 20? I mean, he's still good, but that's kind of disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. But all right, now at pick 58, are any of those centers still left? No. Okay, cool. I mean, we should take a guard. Y'all want to see our future of our O-line? Joe Tooney, Cameron Williams, DeJuan Jones, and Taylor Moton are all due for contracts this upcoming year. So we should take a lineman. I just don't see a great one to take. I don't know. We'll just take someone that actually looks good. Ooh, Matthias Bozeman. Great excel, good speed, good change of direction, playmaker receiver. We don't really need a receiver, but he looks solid. Rank Ranked 29, we'll take it. Probably normal dev if I had to guess. Yeah, but I mean, he's still good. Don't know how much that really helps us, but didn't really have anything better to do. And then let's just go with a corner because we can. We'll see how good Bowman is. Rank 53, got him at 90, normal dev. Okay, not great, but he's fine. This was a disappointing class. I feel like a lot of the players we got, I expected to be better. I mean, I guess it was the same case last year, but better result this year, thankfully. But all right, we did okay in the draft. It was good. Upshaw 77, same with Levine. Bozeman's a 76, Bowman's a 74, and then my last pick, Mackey, 75 at tight end. Only normal dev. We got a few normal devs this year, unfortunately. At least we got a couple hiddens, but mostly normals. Drafting has been tough these last couple years. The CPU decided to pick 2 receivers and then a corner, even though we had already picked a couple of those, and we didn't even really need these 2 to begin with. Maybe Bozeman as a 4th, but definitely not Bowman. I love the CPU's logic. Not like we needed any linemen or anything for the future. But either way, Upshaw and Levine are good. Thought Levine would be better, and Bowman, but they're good either way, so we'll take it. Ooh, and there was a really good corner this year, and running back. Randolph for the Rams, and then Wheeler for the Panthers, both 84s. Lots of 80 pluses. This was a really strong class. But all right, heading into the year, we are an 89 overall. I didn't even realize that. I don't necessarily know what made us jump up so much. I mean, we added a pass rusher, and I guess we upgraded at wide receiver too, but we also had some regressions, so I'm surprised we got this much better in the offseason, but we'll take it. Oh yeah, also we got some good dev traits. Baldwin got superstar, not that that's surprising. For some reason, Bowman got star in the preseason. Sometimes that just happens. Yeah, he got star dev in week 2 for some reason. We'll take that though. So I guess we'll get him some playing time. But yeah, overall for the first time, I feel good about the team. We should be legitimately good this year. And let me check, where do we rank for overall at an 89? We're not the best, at least I don't think. The Chiefs are probably still the best. Maybe second though? Okay, the Chiefs are a 90, but yeah, we are the second highest overall team in the league. Okay, we're finally getting there. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. We're almost there. Now, if we're not that good this year, we might change our playbooks to something else because we should be good. And I mean, if Cam Ward doesn't do well this year, we might have to move on from him. He was better last year, but still not great. Still not as good as we, had hoped. And he's only the 25th ranked QB in the league, so realistically, his 85 overall is more like, a 75 if we're talking about the 25th ranked QB. At least if we're, comparing to how good current quarterbacks are in real life. But all right, let's get into the season. Let's get to the mid-season point, and we will see what happens. But all right, we are 5-2 at the mid-season. We are finally where we should be. I mean, we should debatably be, slightly even better, but we'll take it. We have the best offense in the league. Not that great of a defense, though. I mean, our defense is a 91. Our offense is an 89, which, is good, but not insane. I mean, that's pretty good, though. But our defense should be better. I don't know. Sometimes the Bills' defensive playbook is, hit or miss. But 4 re-signings, ooh. Okay, we have negative 21 mil in cap. That's not great. We have to re-sign Jaden Higgins, Cameron Williams, DeJuan Jones, Joe Tooney, and Taylor Moton, all with negative 21 mil in cap. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I don't think we're getting any of them back, but I mean, maybe we can restructure at the end of the year, but that's not looking great. Now, thankfully, I set interior O-line as our focus position, but unfortunately, the top 3 weakest positions in the class are center, left guard, and right guard. That's unlucky. I mean, those are usually the top 3 anyways, but it's still disappointing. Sometimes it's something different. Not this time, though. And let me see, is there anyone I want to bench just out of curiosity? Ward has been sacked 12 times, which isn't a ton, but it's more than we have been getting. Dell is doing insanely well, but DeJuan Jones at left tackle, not doing great this year. It might be risky to try Cameron Williams. I don't even know if that's worth the risk, because Jones isn't doing that bad. Even though we're doing well, we're still in a weird spot where we're about to lose a bunch of players. We have no money, but hey, we gotta look on the positive side. At least we are finally doing well. So let's get to the end of the year, the end of year 5, and we will see how we finish. Okay, at the end of year 5, we are 14-3. We'll take it. Now we still somehow don't get the first round bye going 14-3. The Chiefs, of course, got it. I mean, hey, that's a valid top 2, the 2 highest overall teams in the league. Definitely can't complain about that. That's rare. But Cam Ward, glad I didn't give up on him. 5,000 yards, 48 touchdown passes and 11 picks. What a season. 74 completion percentage too. That might be the record. I mean, I'm sure that's been broken a million times over here, but I think that would be the record for real life. I think it's like 73 from Drew Brees or something. Also, he does not take sacks. Only 27 this year. He might be the least sacked quarterback I've ever had in a rebuild. But Kendrick Greenwood took a little step back, still 900 yards, got 15 touchdowns. That's cool, but only 4 per carry. But this is what I wanted out of the Bengals offense, Bengals offense. 1,400 yards and 25 touchdowns for Armstrong. 2 yards away from 1,200 for Dell, 1,159 for Higgins. And the blocking, I'm glad I didn't bench Jones. He ended up being fine-ish. And then 117 tackles for I almost called him JFK. JOK. Some real mind-blowing tackle numbers there. But Kyle Baldwin, not 115 tackles. I need to go to bed. 15 tackles for Baldwin, 11 for Garrett. Did I call them tackles? TFLs, whatever they are. I don't know. But 19 sacks for Garrett, 12.5 for Baldwin, 11 for Hall. Only 5.5 for Upshaw, though. I mean, that's better. Only star dev. I figured, but still disappointing. That's better than whatever his name was did last year. Who was it? Got no sacks this year. Neither of our I guess year 2 edge rushers did. I don't know how much they played, but it was better than Pete and Dockett did last year. But interceptions, 3 for JOK, Ward, Levine as a rookie. That's cool. 2 for Newsome and Hickman. But yearly awards. This is a number 2 for MVP type season. I guess I said that about our receiver when he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. I thought he would be number 2, but he actually won it. But let's see. Oh, number 5. Okay. Lamar takes it, of course. When we're using a division rival, when we're using a team, the division rivals always go crazy. But Offensive Player of the Year goes to Rashee Rice. George Armstrong at 2. We can't win awards, man. Myles Garrett at 2 for Defensive Player of the Year. Baldwin at 6. JOK at number 10, Mackey at 7 for Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Upshaw at 6 for Defensive Rookie of the Year, Levine at 8. That's disappointing, but at least we did well. Not for awards, though. But all right. In the playoffs, we are going to be taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, we're up to a 91 overall. Mind if I ask where that ranks? We are tied with the Chiefs. I was going to say they're better, but they have a 92 offense, 91 defense. We have a 91 offense, 92 defense, so we're pretty much the same. We are as close to dead even with them as possible. Almost. So we are technically the best overall team in the league. We completed that goal in year 5. We're not, separated as the best, but tied for the best. So we'll take it. But we are going to be probably losing to the Steelers in the wild card here. They had the second best defense in the league, at least for points per game allowed. But we were 8th. We weren't like super far behind them. We, of course, had the best offense in the league, and they were only 21st. So we'll have to see what happens here. I'm still not sold on our defensive playbook. It was better this year, though, so we'll take that. Just still add a 92. Pretty sure it's the highest overall defense in the league. Let me check that too, just so I have grounds to complain. Yeah, it is the highest overall defense. The Lions are really good here too. But yeah, we should have been better than the 8th defense, but we'll take it at this point. But all right, enough yapping, enough stalling. Let's see if we can beat the Steelers. Of course not. Why would we beat the worst team when we're at home? All right, let's get into the offseason. I wonder if I should cut some of our players. It seems like you do better in the playoffs the worst team you have, legitimately. I mean, unless you're the Chiefs or one of the teams that Madden loves. At least for the user, it seems like the worst team you have, the better you do. But in the Super Bowl, the Cowboys lose to the Bills, I think. So the Bills win their first Super Bowl. That's fun. Yeah, they lost that one. Damn, they were, 0-5 after that one in the Super Bowl? Oh, it lets you go all the way back, doesn't it? Let's see, 0-1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I think they were 0-5 at that point. Unlucky. So the pain is over. They finally win one. Kind of crazy they still haven't. Maybe that's why their fan base is so rabid. I don't know. But we'll pick up the 5th year for George Armstrong. It's 40 mil. That's not cheap. I mean, that's probably cheaper than his contract will be, so I guess that's fine for now. But we're cooked. We have negative 37 mil in cap space. We are gonna be saying goodbye to Jaden Higgins, Cameron Williams, DeJuan Jones. I don't know how I always manage to set the cap space up so bad, but I do. And Taylor Moton, and Joe Tooney, but it looks like he retired. So I guess it's better he retires than goes to another team. Better for us at least. Yeah, our O-line is gonna suck next year. I mean, at least we know Cam Ward can do well, even with not the best O-line on paper. Damn, up to an 88, he's still only ranked 22nd. I don't know if I've ever shown my XP sliders on the channel, because I don't don't know if they're any good, but let me crank those down a little bit for QB. I might even consider going into the negatives, but I don't like to go into the negatives because it makes it so if you have someone that does well, they don't get rewarded for it. But yeah, these are the sliders I use. I don't know if they're good. They're just from experience what position groups develop the most. I give them the least XP, whichever one's developed the least. Most of the time I give the most XP. I haven't really updated them in a while though. Maybe I should. But all right, I guess we'll just get straight to the draft. Of course, it's a good free agent class, finally. But let's see what offensive linemen we can add in the draft. We're somehow a 92 overall, but we only have Drew Carson and Wyatt Teller on the roster. That's not ideal. But all right, we pick at number 24 in the draft. The Saints have the number 1 pick. Now, unfortunately, the fact that the interior O-line class was weak, that definitely wasn't a lie. There is one first-round talent, that is Chris Wise. We're gonna take him if he's still available. He honestly looks really good. I don't know that, I mean, he probably will be ranked pretty high. Pass protector with really good strength, elite strength. I mean, that sounds pretty good to me. Now, with my track record in this rebuild, he probably won't be that good, but he looks good. But all right, at 24, is he still here? No, that's the safety. He is still here though, thankfully. So Chris Wise, I guess we'll start him at left tackle. We might have to, but yep, good call. Ranked number 6. He is a very good player. Okay, we'll take it. I was gonna say, I'm surprised he's not a top 5 talent, and he is as close as you can get. Also, why is this a new glitch? It just doesn't show the background anymore sometimes. That's fun. But all right, I focus scouted some receivers. That's not like our biggest need. I mean, we at least have 2 good ones. I think I should go with another lineman. I mean, we still only have 3 total on the roster. So let's go with, I guess, one of the first to second round talents. Let's go with Wolf because he's the highest on the board. Actually, Butler or Atkinson are only 21, so maybe they would be better. Who looks the best? Probably not Wolf. He doesn't look that good at all. He must have, yeah, he had a good combine. Let's see, how about Atkinson? Good combine, I guess. And then Butler, probably not because he's a pass protector. It was okay. But yeah, I'll take Atkinson first. Ranked number 50. Okay, he isn't great, but he'll probably start at right guard for us. And then round 3, hopefully one of them are still left. No. Okay, well, they're second to third round talents at least. We're gonna have to take one. Morgan Hightower, sure. He'll probably be right guard because he's only 6'2", but he at least has hidden dev, so we'll take it. Our O-line is gonna be horrible on paper this year. And now I don't really know what to do. Maybe there's like a decent, nope, okay, cool. Kenny Dunn is interesting, I guess, at receiver. He doesn't look that good, and he's 23. I'll pass. Just give me my blocking tight end, and I'll be on my way, I think. Alex Fusaro looks pretty good. He probably won't be amazing because he is a blocking tight end, but dev trait, we'll see. Ranked 116, got him at 120. Of course, normal dev, whatever, that's fine. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. I already moved everyone to, you know, where we're gonna play them. Chris Wise was an 82 at right guard. Went down 1 overall at left tackle, but, you know, it's much better that we have him there. He has 89 pass blocking. I can guarantee you he won't play like it, but at least he has it. It's cool, I guess. And then Atkinson, he was a 74, went down to a 73, and then Hightower's a 73. Not the best draft after our first pick, but I mean, not bad either. We did what we needed to. We made the most of a bad class, at least at that position. It looks like it was not a bad class for the rest of it. 2 more 84 overalls. That's insane. This might be one of the best tackles I've ever seen. Drew Hunt, 84 overall to the Saints, of course. I mean, at least it's not a division rival, but I feel like they always get crazy players in franchise for some reason. I remember there was an insane receiver they got one time, like an 85 or 6 or something. For some reason, the Saints always get them, or at least a lot of the time. But all right, let's get into year 6. And this should be another very good year, although I don't know if we're going to have any depth because we still have negative 47 mil in cap space. So we'll see. Can't really dig out of that hole. But all right, we are an 89 overall heading into year 6. We're looking good, but I don't know if our cap situation's going to get much better. I mean, it should get better than negative 47 or whatever we had, but I mean, we're gonna have to pay Cam Ward. I guess we already kind of are, but we're probably gonna have to pay him even more. But yeah, we gained I guess we didn't really gain many dev traits, but we got X Factor for Baldwin. That's good. I think that might have been it, actually. No, I mean, Ward got Superstar, thankfully, but that was it. So even though we did super well last year, only 2 dev traits, I mean, that's better than nothing, but I'm surprised, like, Dell didn't get Superstar. Oh, well. I am very worried about this offensive line, though. Let me see. Where does Wise rank? Number 27. He's not even that great. That's tough. See, I might lower my tackle XP sliders even more. If he's an 81 and only ranked 27, how about Hightower? Okay, he's 54, not even starting caliber. I'm scared to look at Atkinson, but a lot of the time right tackle isn't as high ranked, so he might be, okay, he's 50. I was gonna guess like 34 or something, but that's, okay, our O-line is not great. 2 of them aren't even starting caliber. That's not ideal, but I mean, we're gonna have to roll with it. They should develop throughout the year, at least. So let's get to the midseason point, and my guess is we might not be as good this year, unfortunately, but still decent, hopefully. But okay, we actually are 5-2 at the midseason. We have a really good offense, but once again, not that good of a defense, despite it being a 92 overall. All right, should we change it again? Maybe. I don't know what I would change it to, but it should be a lot better than this. The Texans have a good defense so far. The Chiefs, rare to see 4-3 defenses up here. Or no, not really. Never mind. It's like only 4-3 defenses up there. It's rare to see 3-4s up there. But I'm not gonna change it yet. We'll see how we finish. But I mean, again, this is the best defense in the league. We have the 30th pass D, 21st for points per game. I mean, you can argue maybe that's just because we're putting up so many points on offense that, you know, defenses have to throw against us, but like, we still should be shutting it down better than we are. But we have some big re-signings this year. Actually, Cam Ward isn't very expensive. All right, I definitely have to tone down my QB XP sliders because he only wants 4 years 56 as an 89 overall. I mean, I guess he'll want more like 6 years 106 because he's not interested, but he does re-sign. Now, other than that, we're cooked. We have 10 mil, and we have to re-sign Drew Carson, Kendrick Greenwood, Ralph Offord, who we'll probably have to let go because, like, we have other linebackers, Denzel Ward, who we're probably gonna have to let go. He's 32. Martin Emerson, same deal. Wyatt Teller, maybe the same deal because he's old, but at least for these two, we can afford Greenwood right now. I would go 4 years 42. He takes it. We'll restructure at the end of the year and hopefully be able to bring back Carson, but we actually should be able to survive, surprisingly. I mean, we're gonna lose some players, but we'll be good for the most part, I think. But all right, speaking of that, let's get to the end of the year. Also, Cam Ward, insane numbers. But yeah, let's get to the end of the year and we'll see how we finish. Okay, well, we are really becoming good in the last few years. We are 13-4 in year number 6. Unfortunately, coming off a loss to the Bears, it feels like if you're good, you always get upset in week 18 in simulation. If you're bad, you win. I don't know why, but it happens a lot. But Cam Ward, almost 5,000 passing yards, 44 touchdowns, 11 picks, 70 completion percentage. He was a monster, of course. I don't really know where this came from, though. Like, he was not amazing early on, especially his rookie year, but just these last 2 years, he's been a legit MVP type player. But Kendrick Greenwood, 1,000 yards, 4.3 per carry, 10 touchdowns, we'll take it. 1,700 for Armstrong, 21 touchdowns. 1,200 for Bozeman. Dell did okay. Not much for Roberson, though. I'm kind of disappointed. Still developed, but didn't really get used much. I guess he was mostly just a blocker, which is, I guess, how he should be. And hey, our O-line wasn't even that bad. At the midseason, it was looking worse. But again, Cam Ward, this is like the least I've seen a quarterback get sacked. It's kind of crazy, even with not that great of an O-line. But Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, 117 tackles. TFL's 20 for Garrett, 15 for Hall, 13 for Baldwin, 11 for Upshaw. Lots of TFLs. And then sacks. Myles Garrett, 23.5, 12 for Upshaw, 8 for Hall and Baldwin. I mean, apparently we shouldn't change the defensive playbook. I mean, if you want pass rush, Bill's defensive playbook is the one for you. If you want interceptions, it's not, but we actually had some this year. 3 for Ward, 2 for JOK and Levine, and then 1 for 5 different players. Cool. But MVP, this game is so predictable, dude. Lamar wins another MVP. I don't think I've seen him win this many before. But Ward at number 4. Okay, we'll take that, I guess. But Armstrong wins Offensive Player of the Year. Cam Ward at number 7. And Myles Garrett. I think this is the first time we've swept the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year awards in this rebuild, so that's fun. But yeah, Garrett takes Defensive Player of the Year. TJ Watt on the Jets at number 2. Miles Murphy up there. That's interesting. But Jaleel Opshaw at number 9. Nobody, actually, Isaiah Sands at number 5 for Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm going to be honest, I don't remember who that is. I'm recording this the morning after I did that draft, so I don't remember if I picked him or not. But Defensive Rookie of the Year, no Browns. But for dev traits, we did at least get one good one. Wise at left tackle does have superstar, so that's cool. I mean, that was predictable, but we'll take it still. Up to an 86 overall. Pretty sure that was it for superstars, but we'll still take that. But all right, let's see who we're going to be taking on in the divisional. I'm scared to look. Again, having a good team, doing well in the regular season doesn't usually translate to playoff success. We're going to be taking on a team that checks all the boxes for beating us. They are the away team. They're a worse overall team. They're a division rival, and they are 9-8. The Baltimore Ravens, we are screwed. Should we just rip the Band-Aid off? Maybe. Looks like they beat the Jets in the wild card. All right, the good old classic 9-8 team in the playoffs in simulation. Let's see what happens. Never mind. Okay, we do beat them. 38-21. We'll take it. We deserved the win there. We were the better team, clearly. I'm just surprised. Again, they checked every box. Also, I never click on these, the storylines. I've just started to ignore them. Actually, that happened really quick. I think I clicked on them for the first rebuild I did of Madden 25, and I think I've ignored them since, at least for the most part. Unless it's like breakout or position battle. Max, they still have Max Crosby. Oh, this is the +1 pass block finesse or whatever. Or is this one better than that? Oh, it's +5. Okay, we'll take that. But all right, let's see if we can move on to our first Super Bowl of the rebuild in year 6. Can we beat the Raiders in the conference championship? We do. 24-18. It confused me because I thought it normally tells you who you're gonna play in the Super Bowl. It looks like it's the Cowboys, but just in the schedule at the top, I thought it shows the logo of the team you're gonna face in the Super Bowl, even when you're, a week ahead. But let's see. Well, I was gonna say, let's see who it's gonna be, but we already know. It's gonna be the Cowboys. They are a 91 overall. Of course. Oh, they have Josh Allen. I didn't even notice that somehow. I mean, I did, but it didn't fully click for some reason. They still have CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, who I guess has the sack record now with 26. This is a pretty good team. They have Jalen Coker. He's developed a lot. And Xavier Watts. That's cool. Yeah, this is a pretty solid team, not gonna lie. Does ours look at least better on paper? I think it does. I mean, maybe. I mean, we are the higher overall team, but I guess I can't complain too much whatever happens. We do deserve this, though. They're only 10-7, which is surprising because they are the Cowboys in simulation. But we have a Super Bowl press conference. Give me that +1 pass blocking for whoever. Fun. I didn't even notice who that was for. But all right, let's jump in and watch this simulate. CeeDee Lamb doesn't have X Factor? Yeah, that's weird. I don't have dev trait regression on. I don't like dev trait regression. I feel like it always happens to the wrong players. I understand why you, I guess, should have it on, debatably, but it's too random. But we are finally in our first Super Bowl. Is this the first Super Bowl the Browns have ever been in? Possibly. And of course, we are going to be taking on Josh Allen and the Cowboys. But let's just simulate this game out. The Cowboys score first, but we kick a field goal to make it 7-3. We take the lead in the second quarter. They tie it at 10, but we go up 17-10 in the second. They tie us right before half, it looked like, but we make it 20-17 in the third. They were driving but didn't score. This time they do kick a field goal. They're driving and they get a field goal. We cannot score on our final drive, and we lose the Super Bowl 23-20. It was so winnable, man. Our defense did its job. They only put up 23, but our offense did not show up. To be fair, the Cowboys are a very good team here, but we had the ball at the end of the fourth quarter. We were getting down there, but we just got stopped. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like either quarterback had the best games. No, Josh Allen did, but Cam Ward threw a pick. We got how many sacks on the Cowboys? Baldwin had 3.5 sacks, and we still didn't win. Micah Parsons had 2, to be fair, but so did Myles Garrett. We had 7 sacks on Josh Allen, and we still didn't win. Crazy. Well, still only year 6, at least. Oh, it shows us grayed out out. That's mean. We lose the Super Bowl. Lamar wins MVP. This was a bad season. I mean, at least we made it to the Super Bowl, but still. But all right, doesn't really get any easier either. We now have a negative 15 mil in cap space. I don't really understand what's happening with our cap. Usually it goes up once you get into the offseason because, you know, the cap gets bigger, but we've had less and less after we get into the offseason for some reason. So I'll restructure some deals, but I don't know how many I can restructure. At least not anymore. Okay, there's some at least, but we'll see. We might be okay. We might survive. I mean, it isn't great. We have, what, 8 mil? Is that how much we have? No, we have 13. I don't know how much, or I don't know where all our cap is going. I guess just Myles Garrett has a massive contract, but let's see. I will re-sign. Can we afford Drew Carson? I don't know if we can. He's been good, allowing exactly 4 sacks a year. We can afford him. I would go 4 years, just his lucky number apparently. 56. He takes it. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to let go of Offord, Denzel Ward, but he is 33 now, to be fair. Martin Emerson, which we weren't gonna re-sign anyways, and Wyatt Teller. So 2 more real-life Browns players gonna be leaving, but again, they're pretty old now. So let's just get straight to the draft, because once again, we can't afford to do anything in free agency. I guess if we want to, we could kind of cheese it a little bit and tag Ward or Offord if we wanted. I guess we could. I mean, it would send us into the negatives, but that doesn't really matter in franchise. So yeah, he rejects our minimum offer. Shocking. 25 mil. Okay, that's a hole we can't dig out of, but that's fine. We'll keep him. But yeah, let's get to the draft and let's see what we want to do. But all right, we pick at 31. I always say this, but that's the worst pick you could have. It's almost the last pick, and it means you didn't win the Super Bowl. Also, I don't know if I've ever seen the Patriots be good in simulation. I feel like they always have right around pick 2. So maybe I should do a rebuild of them at some point. I guess I have, but maybe again, I don't know. But let's see who we want to take. There were some good centers, which we do need a guard. So maybe we should take Austin. I focus scouted some linebackers. Are they good? Ooh, they all are. Okay. Okay, I think I have a plan, at least to fix our immediate needs. I keep forgetting to change one of our scouts away from safety. We don't really need a safety anymore. I mean, there are some decent ones though, but it didn't even scout the good looking ones. I feel like Kitchens looks really good. I don't know. I'm gonna take Stephen Austin here out of Boise State. Good strength, looks good, first round talent. Ranked 12, got him at 31. We'll take it. I guess I should have looked at the other center to see who looked better, but whatever. I just went with the one that was projected to go closest. But let's take one of those linebackers here in the second round. Thankfully, Womack is still available. I actually might wait for Meadows though, because he's only 21. Womack is 23. So yeah, we'll wait for Meadows. I was surprised Meadows was good because he had bad pursuit. Usually, well, not bad, but it's only a C. That's usually the stat I look for. I just focus scouted him because he had, a few A's. So Womack might be better, but we'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this pick though if I don't just take one of them here. I guess I didn't really think that far ahead. I mean, do we need anything for the future? Am I forgetting about a positional need? Probably. God, dude, Myles Garrett is 34. What are we gonna do when Myles Garrett isn't here anymore? I mean, I guess we still have Baldwin and Hall. I just don't know if they'll be as good once Garrett's gone. We'll see. Speaking of that, he does need a contract, but we should be able to re-sign him. Whoa, we have a lot this year. Okay, that's why we had no cap this last year. We're about to have like 100 and something mil this year. I guess we should probably take a corner or any DB because we're gonna lose Denzel Ward. Let me see. Corners, are they good? Not really. Ooh, actually, McFadden, if he isn't the slowest player of all time, he might be decent. Okay, solid speed, marginal acceleration. I'm good. Safeties, please. Whiteside looks pretty good, and then Boss looks pretty good. I'll go with Whiteside because he's a hybrid, and we would probably play him at corner. I mean, there is also Perkins, Ronnie Perkins. There are going to be 2 of them now, but I'll go with Whiteside. I feel like he would be better at corner. Rank 25, that's about what I expected. Thankfully has hidden dev. We'll take it. And then let's go with that linebacker. I hope he's still here. He should be. He was like a later day 3 pick. Yeah, he's still way down there. So Leonard Meadows, first round talent, elite speed, really good ratings. Rank 10, got him at 95. Okay, my drafting is recovering after that horrible year. And let's see, we might as well check if there's anyone good still left in the 4th round. Probably not because it's the late 4th, but anyone that we have scouted still good. There's some okay guards. I might take one of them just because we don't have any depth. Ooh, hold on. Oh, it's a speed rusher. I mean, he looks good. I just know he isn't because he's a speed rusher. How about DeMarcus Lofton? What's your strength? Elite. He actually might be good. Not that we need a defensive tackle, but maybe we should go with the guard first. He's projected to go at 153. How about the guards? 140, 152. Okay, let's go with Burton, I guess, because he's the higher projected. Ranked 108, we'll take it. No dev trait, but whatever. We just need depth, because I can't, we have negative 25 mil in cap. I can't sign any depth. And hopefully the D tackle's still here. Probably not, but hopefully. No, okay, L. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. Honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed with the overalls. I mean, Meadows is a top 10 player, but he's only a 77? Okay, yeah, this was the weakest class we've had so far, by far. Kenny Gray, a really good tight end of the Broncos, a good corner to the Colts, but only an 81 and an 80, and that's it. So yeah, not the best draft class I've seen, one of the worst. Jalen Carter, why were there so many names of real life players? I mean, I say so many, there were 2 that I saw, but still, that's 2 more than usual. But yeah, Steven Austin, 77, I mean, he's good. He'll play at guard, I guess. He's 6'5", 316. That's a tackle build more than anything. But does go up to a 78 at left guard. That's cool. Not the best scheme fit in the world, but I mean, he's good, so we'll take it. And then Earl Whiteside, 75. What is he at corner, though? He'll probably go down, but he has okay coverage. He'll probably go down just to a 74. We'll put him there, though. And then Leonard Meadows, 77. He's really good. He'll start for us. I mean, we at least got 2 immediate starters, but should be 3 by next year once we lose Denzel Ward. Not that Whiteside's a 1-to-1 replacement because he's a slot corner, but that's fine. Ooh, and thankfully the CPU actually picked a position we kind of needed, linebacker. I mean, they aren't good, but at least it tried for once. I mean, we didn't really need linebacker because I had already picked one, but we might for the future. Again, not that these guys matter, but still. But all right, let's get into year 7. And I mean, even though we lost some pieces, we might even by the end of the year be better than we were last year. We'll see though, at least in terms of overall. I can't guarantee record at any time in franchise, but at least overall we could be better. But all right, heading into year number 7, we are up to a 92 overall heading into the season. And I mean, this is a really young team once again, especially on the offensive line. I mean, we have some older players, like I guess Cam Ward's getting up there, Tank Dell's kind of old, but other than that, this is a lot of 26 and younger players. On defense, we also have some older players for sure, but still some younger guys. Also, Bowman got superstar dev. Was he good last year? He was fine. Why did he get superstar? Okay, so he can, I hope it's not the tackles for loss for a corner. He can get 1 pick and 4 pass deflections and go up to superstar dev, but was it Bozeman last year? He had 1,200 receiving yards and didn't even get star. Like, what? What if I don't know if it would be worth it, but I almost want to give Bozeman star, and then to make it fair, I'll take Bowman's superstar away. I don't really want to. Also, Meadows went up 3 overall just in the preseason, so we'll have to see what kind of dev trait he has. That's interesting. But all right, let's get to the midseason point once again. We're kind of overdue for a big underperformance. I feel like this is going to be the year, but hopefully not. I have that feeling, unfortunately. Okay, never mind. We're 6-1. I was getting a little worried because we lost in week 2 to the Panthers, but we haven't lost since then. We've had some close-ish games, but we're 6-1, so we'll take it. Our offense is a little worse this year, but our defense is really good. Again, I gotta check, where do we rank for overall? We're still in 92, right? Yeah. The Cowboys have a 91, and then I saw a couple others. The Lions and the Raiders are 91s, but we do have the highest overall team. I'm surprised we haven't gone up in overall, but, or have we? Were we a 91? No, I think we were a 92 at the end of the preseason. But let me see. Again, our offense isn't amazing. Is there a lineman that's underperforming? I mean, that hasn't really, well, 14 sacks. That's the most I've seen at the midseason. Ward isn't having his best year. Neither is Greenwood. You know, Greenwood really hasn't been that great. I wonder if we should look for an upgrade at running back. Like, his overall is good. He's a top 10 overall running back, but like statistically, he isn't really doing a whole lot. I don't know, but let's see. Of course, our highest overall lineman has allowed 5 sacks, Chris Wise, but other than that, it's okay. I don't know. There isn't really anyone we could bench him for. We don't really have backup linemen, at least not very good of ones. I guess we have Burton, but But all right, who do we have to re-sign? We do have 96 mil. Honestly, that's less than I expected, but where do we start here? I guess with Robinson, I'd go 6 years, 255. He takes it, thankfully. I wish he was interested, so he wasn't that expensive, but whatever. Kyle Baldwin, we definitely need back. I would go 6 years. I mean, that's a little overkill because there won't even be 6 years left of this rebuild, but whatever. 6 years, 191. He doesn't take it. Really? All right. Myles Garrett, we're not going to be able to afford right now. We'll hope. I mean, I don't want to hope for him to regress, but he would be cheaper if he did, so we'll see. And then we won't bring Roberson back. We just don't use him, really. I guess we're using him a little more this year, but last year we didn't. The first year we did, though, or I guess his second year. I don't know. But yeah, we'll figure it out at the end of the year. We'll see who we can bring back. But speaking of that, let's get to the end of the year, and we will see how we finish. Okay, we finish 11-6 with a 94 overall team. We should have been better than this. At least we're in the playoffs. I was worried we wouldn't even make them, but, you know, my prediction before the year was kind of right. We did underperform. I thought it would be worse, but still, I was partially right. Cam Ward with his, I guess, worst year in a few years, but he was still really good. Got sacked the most he ever has, though, 33 times. Of course, just when I was saying this is the least a quarterback has ever been sacked for me. Still not that much, but still the most he has been sacked. And Greenwood just, I mean, he gets touchdowns, but I don't care. Like, I've said this so many times, but especially like rushing touchdowns as a stat, unless it's some like big explosive play, I don't care. At least I'm talking for real life. Like, I feel like I've said the term real life about 1,500 times in this video, but I don't know, man. It's like nothing is here. I don't register what's over here. Just look at, I just look at the yards per carry, and they aren't great. But George Armstrong, is this dude the GOAT? Like, look at these numbers. I feel like every rebuild I do, we have someone like this, which is ridiculous, but George Armstrong has had like 1,600 yards on average in the last 3 years. That's crazy. Also 21 touchdowns this year, 1,100 for Tank Dell. This is a weird offensive playbook. It's been a different number 2 receiver every year, and I haven't like messed with this. I've just made Armstrong the main slot receiver every year just so he gets an insane amount of production, but I haven't changed the 2 or the 3 or obviously like the tight end or anything. I don't know. It's been random. Or I guess this is the Bengals. I was thinking this was the Browns offensive playbook, but this is the Bengals. Whatever. But Chris Wise was kind of horrible despite being an 88 overall pure pass protector with 91 pass blocking. I love this game. Makes a whole lot of sense. But the rest of the line was good at least. And then JOK 100, he's been getting like around 117, 19 tackles a year. We'll take it. Another stat that like barely even registers in my brain, I guess. Ooh. Okay, Myles Garrett, 24 TFLs. That's cool. 13 for Baldwin, 11 for Hall, but sacks, only 10.5 for Garrett. I mean, he is 34 to be fair, but that's the worst he's had in a while. These 3 years were insane. But 10 sacks for Upshaw and Baldwin, 9.5 for Hall. Yeah, we definitely had some guys that underperformed this year. So my gut feeling, again, wasn't totally wrong. We were still good, but not as good as we should have been. Not nearly. I mean, we should have been close to being undefeated, realistically. As crazy as that sounds, like, this team's insane. But Greg Newsome and Denzel Ward both had 3 picks, 2 for Levine and then 1 for 6 different players. So we're actually getting picks with the Bills defense. This is weird. We were top, I guess tied for 3rd with a few teams. But CJ Stroud wins MVP. That's cool. That's something I never see. At least it's different. But Josh Allen now on the Raiders. Okay, sure, if you want. No Cam Ward up there. Not that that's surprising, but it's still disappointing. But George Armstrong at number 3 for Offensive Player of the Year. Myles Garrett at 3 for Defensive Player of the Year. And then Leonard Meadows at number 3 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Okay, it's just one of those years, I guess. I say as we're still in the playoffs, but let me see. We're what, a 94 overall? What's the next closest team? Still the Cowboys are a 91. Same with the Lions, and the Raiders are a 92. The Rams are a 91 too, but we're the highest overall team in the league by 2 overall. We should have had a first round bye pretty easily, but whatever. And I mean, I would bench Wise, but like, again, should we start the GOAT, Matt Lee, at left tackle? I don't know. He was one of my favorite sleepers in this last year's draft. We'll see if he's actually good at some point in real life, maybe. But again, in real life, I don't know. Meadows only has star? How did he develop so much in the... He went up 3 overall in 200 snaps, and then has only gone up 2 overall more. Okay, sure. I guess that doesn't mean anything. But Whiteside also only has star. All right. Who was our first round pick? It was... Oh yeah, Austin, he has superstar. That's cool. But all right, we're going to be taking on the Houston Texans led by now MVP CJ Stroud in the wild card. Both our offense and defense were good, but not as good as they should have been. But at least they were good. Also, our division, everyone had a winning record. That's crazy. I don't really love how... I wish it would show our division standings, you know, on this main screen like it used to, but whatever. Because now I just never think to scroll over here and see how our division did. But I don't know, I guess that's not the end of the world. Also, the Chiefs were only 5-12 this year? That's like the worst I've ever seen them do. Also, I said the Patriots are never good in simulation, and they were actually decent this year, of course. Also, Ladd McConkey had 1,900 yards. All right, sure. But let's see. I don't have a good feeling about this game. Let's see if we can beat the Texans. It looks like we beat them just 2 weeks ago, 20-17. I don't know if we'll have the same luck here, but let's find out. We do, 28-21. I should start speeding this up so I can get this video out on time. I still have to do 3 more years, or 4, or no, 3, because this is year 7. But we are going to be taking on the 86 overall Jacksonville Jaguars in the divisional. I never do this. I don't do this, but I might force win this game. This team is almost 10 overall low. Their offense is 10 overall lower than ours, and they're in the divisional with the same record as us. What are we doing, man? How is this team even on the same planet as us? This team sucks. This genuinely might be one of the lowest overall teams in the league. They love their walkers from Georgia that are just like pure athletes, I guess. We're gonna lose this game, man. I'm gonna be really upset, but we're gonna lose it. They had the best defense in the league. I mean, they have a decent defense, but ours is much better, and their offense somehow wasn't horrible, despite being horrible. But whatever. Let's see. I'm not gonna force win it because that's lame, even though I want to. Can we move on to the conference championship? I hate this game. EA, I can't threaten. I'm not gonna threaten anyone. I shouldn't. Dak was the backup for the Jaguars, of course. But it looks like the Ravens, of course, our division rival, win the Super Bowl against the Lions, even though that's not what it says right there. 28-16. Unlucky. I'm getting demoralized, man. We've gotten past the hump of having a bad roster and this team being hard to fix. We've fixed it. It's a good team now. I want to win a Super Bowl. I can't promise a Super Bowl. I don't get as many comments telling me to play the games as I used to. I don't like playing the games though. I feel like I just like raw dog in simulation. I like the suffering. I don't like the suffering, but I don't like playing the games because it makes it feel more unpure to me. I like just raw dog in simulation and seeing if we can win a Super Bowl off of that. It doesn't happen most of the time, but I don't know. I just don't like playing the games for some reason. Those comments used to annoy me because like, don't tell me what to do. I'll do what I want. Go play the games if you want to see someone play the games. But yeah, I don't know. I just like simulating for some reason. But all right. Jesus, Kyle, how much was he asking for at the mid-season? It's a lot, isn't it? How much was he asking? He wants almost 40 mil a year now. We offered him like 32, so he definitely wants more now. I mean, I would go neutral again. I'd go 4 years, 154. He takes it this time, thankfully. But Upshaw will pick up the 5th-year option. Roberson, we're probably gonna have to let go. We'll pick up the 5th year for Levine, even though I don't know if he's done anything at all. Oh yeah, he gets picks. Never mind. He's actually put up decent numbers. But we're gonna be letting Denzel Ward go. I don't know if there's anyone we can sign in free agency. This might just be another year where we don't have the money, but I'll see. We'll see if we can restructure. We'll see if they're good players first, but then we'll see if we can restructure. Okay, is there anyone we might need? Patrick Mahomes is available. I mean, that would be fun, but we've committed to Cam Ward. There are good corners. Will Johnson's a 94 overall X factor here. I'm scared to look. Oh, wait. We would have had to re-sign him. He wasn't there anymore. Yeah, Myles Garrett did retire. I mean, at least we got Kyle Baldwin back. He's been a really good pass rusher, but that's tough. How many career sacks did he end up with, by the way? Did he break the record? Or no, I can't check here. Record book. By 2, he did break the record. 202 career sacks. That's crazy. Also, Paul Krause, 81 picks. That's absurd. But yeah, we're probably going to need a pass rusher now. That's probably something we should just target in the draft though, because like we have other guys. I mean, we could sign Nick Bosa, the American Patriot here. I don't know. I'm good. I mean, we do have Lamar in the division. I guess the Bengals have Joe Burrow, so that doesn't really work. And then who's the Steelers QB? They have Jalen Milroe. I mean, we're 2 for 3. Maybe we should sign him. I don't know. Damn, Dax Hill really developed. He's also not that expensive, only 12 mil a year. I mean, we have like future options at corner, but I don't know if he's that cheap at a 90 overall. Maybe we should sign him. He would be our number 1. Yeah, maybe we should do that. Let me see. Can I restructure any deals? Anything? Probably. Or wait, do we just straight up have the money? We might. I'll restructure Armstrong just to do it, I guess. Why does it not show? Whoa, it didn't show the little position selector there for a second. And it also didn't show our cap space. It also says we only have 2 mil. It also isn't letting me click anyone. Okay, cool. I love this game. Oh, I pressed B once and it completely closed me out of franchise. franchise. I don't know what's happened. Okay, yeah, we have 20, or do we? Oh, no, we have 38 mil in cap space. Okay, but we'll steal from a division rival here. I would go 2 years, 28. I mean, we could even go Will Johnson if we want to. Just Dax Hill seems like a really good value, and I'm still scared of our cap space. So I don't want to go too overboard here, even though I guess it would be fun. I don't want to. How does Jalen Wright do in simulation? Has he gotten I would bet he just seems like a player that would do bad in, yeah. Well, I guess he hasn't really gotten much of an opportunity, but he hasn't gotten better than 3.6 yards per carry, so I'm good. I don't know. I still don't love our running back situation. Could be worse, but definitely could be better. But there isn't really a fix here, so let's just see if we can sign Daxton Hill. No. Okay, how about now? Okay, we do get him. That's cool. So hey, I mean, that kind of makes drafting Whiteside a couple years ago useless, but whatever. It was a good deal, okay? But all right, we pick at number 26 this year. Interesting top 4. It includes the Cowboys and the Chiefs. I don't know if I've ever seen them both be bad in the same year, but let's see what we want to do at 26. I guess we could have traded up, but guess what? Too late now. There were some decent players available, but nobody that was like unmissable, unpassable. I don't know. Words are hard. Wow, these guys suck. Okay, cool. Well, maybe we should have. I guess we could go Maurice Stewart. He looks okay. Same with Andrew Barrington. They don't look great, but they look okay. I don't know. I was gonna focus scout tight ends. Maybe I should have. Oh, they don't look good either. Maybe Eli James. Maybe. Possibly. I'll just go with Stewart. This is gonna be another one of those like drafts that we had a couple years ago where we just got absolutely nothing, but at least we know Maurice Stewart is decent. This is gonna be a reach. I'm promising you that, but he looks okay. All I have to say is I promise you that it's gonna be a reach, and it won't be. But it's not gonna be a good pick. It's just a pick. Ranked 26, got him at 26. Thankfully has hidden dev. Okay, we'll take that. I would call that a good pick. For a pass rusher to be like worth the pick, that's great. But all right, round 2. I have no idea what I want to do here. What do we need? I mean, we need a tight end, but they all looked horrible other than, who was it? Eli James. Combine check. Poor acceleration, but okay, maybe he's not great. That scares me. Maybe we'll just have to do what we did earlier in the rebuild and just, you know, trade for a tight end or something. Not that we even use one though. We'll just do something similar to when we got AJ Barner. Just a budget trade. I don't know, man. Like, once we get to this point in rebuilds where our team's good enough, I feel like I just throw away picks too much. I don't know. Maybe that's a skill issue, but I just have a hard time. All right, what's going to be a problem in the future? Mike Hall's going to need a contract. Greg Newsome. Oh yeah, we have Mackey. He's a decent tight end. Gerard Bowman. Okay, maybe we should take a corner. Bozeman and Dell are going to need a contract at receiver. So corner, receiver, and maybe defensive tackle, but we should be fine there even if we did lose Hall. All right, corner or receiver. Let's see. John Barton looks okay. That sounds like a Civil War general name or something. He looks okay, I guess. That might be the most normal dev player I've ever seen in my life. Actually, also maybe Jerome Clinton. He actually looks pretty good though. Ooh, A-spec catch, A catch in traffic. I don't love the medium route, but B deep route, elite jumping. I don't love the change of direction or the speed. I don't know. Corners, are they good? I mean, we have depth at corner, but Fox and Graham look decent. Speed, good speed, great excel. Safeties? Shaquille Reese looks solid. We actually have some decent options here. I think I'll go with Fox. Let me at least check Graham's speed though. I'm glad I did. We'll go with Oscar Graham. Elite speed, elite acceleration. Yeah, ranked 31, got him at 58. Okay, I thought he would be better, but hidden dev, we'll take it. The other corner might have been better, honestly, but oh well. But all right, let's take a receiver with our 3rd round pick. Are there any decent ones left? Does not look like it. That is unfortunate. Oh, these guys look like absolute garbage. How about JD Sutton? Are you the slowest player of all time? Well, he has good speed, but marginal is kind of rare. Marginal acceleration. I don't even know if I could tell you what marginal means. I mean, I could, but whatever. This dude actually has B awareness. He looks horrible other than that. Let's take a tight end. Should we go with Eli James, Mr. Slow Acceleration himself, or Poor Acceleration? How does Goddard look? Okay. I'll go with Eli James, I guess. I'm not happy about it. He's okay. Shockingly has hidden dev, but All right, I'm bored of drafting. Get me out of here. But yeah, this was definitely a draft. 76, 76, 75. The CPU got a good linebacker, I guess. He's good. Does have hidden dev too. Were we 4 for 4? I think we were. I mean, well, I was 3 for 3 and the CPU got 1, so that's rare, especially for the positions we took. I mean, a power rusher in the late 1st, a corner, and a possession tight end. And a run-stopping linebacker. These are, I'm shocked we didn't go 4 for 4 with normal dev. That's crazy. But in free agency, there's some interesting defensive tackles. Not that we need one, one, but I might snag Quinnen Williams. He won't even play this year. What if we snag Brett Edwards with the intention of him replacing Mike Hall eventually? I guess like after the year. I guess teams just like can't afford players anymore because there's some decent free agents. But okay, heading into year number 8, we're looking like a pretty different team than last year. Actually, not in the offseason, but in the preseason, I kind of changed our receiving core up a little bit. Not that it needed changing, but I mean, it was just kind of moves that made sense. I released Tank Dell, that saved like 12 mil in cap, and I signed Jaden Higgins. We brought him back, so that's fun. And we also picked up Roman Wilson to be a good wide receiver 4. I mean, we could even make him the 3 because he's technically better than Bozeman, but Bozeman's just like 6 years younger, so we'll definitely start him. Should we make him the number 2 because he is only 24? I still can't tell if it's the number 2 or 3 that gets more production. It changes, but I guess I'll put Bozeman as the 2. We'll see. I don't know. Either way, that's fine. But the defense also looking fairly different. I mean, we added Dax Hill, no more Myles Garrett. We'll see how Stewart does in his rookie year. The longer we go, the less and less we look like the Browns. I mean, on defense, I guess we still have Mike Hall, Greg Newsome, Ronnie Hickman, Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa, but that's it. On offense, we don't have anybody left, which is probably a good thing. But yeah, this is a very different team than the one we know in real life. But we're only a 91 overall now. That's still good, but not like, 94 overall good like we were at the end of last year. I think we can maybe get back up to like a 92 or 3. We'll have to see though. So let's get to the midseason point of year 8. And I mean, we should be good this year. There's a world where we're not because we did lose some important players, but we should be good. Okay, we are only 3-3 at the midseason. Good call. I wish we weren't, but I mean, I knew what was gonna happen. Where do we rank as a 92 overall? We still have the highest overall team in the league and we're mid. Great. Just our offense isn't that good this year. Is it a blocking issue? Like, did I jinx our O-line? I mean, not really. It's a rushing issue. All right. We'll find a new running back probably this offseason if we can. Because, yeah, Greenwood just isn't that good. I mean, he should be, but he isn't. And, ooh, Steven Austin. Ooh. I don't know if we have anyone to bench him for, but he's not doing great. On pace to allow, like, 10 sacks from left guard. Not ideal. Or probably more than that, even. All right, yeah, we'll find a new running back this year. We just don't have anyone to bench him for. We'll just have to leave it, but hopefully he gets better. We'll see. But for re-signings, who are we gonna have to re-sign? Mike Hall, Gerard Bowman, Brett Edwards. I don't know if I'm gonna bring Higgins or Bozeman or Wilson back. Probably Bozeman, if anyone. We'll see, though. I mean, if we're gonna bring Bozeman back, we should probably do it now while he's at his cheapest. We'll see if he takes 3 years, 24. No? Okay, cool. My fault, I guess. Newsome, he's cheap. I was gonna say he's gonna regress, so he should be cheaper at the end of the year, but I mean, he's only 6.5 mil. But other than that, I don't know if I'm going to bring anyone here back yet. I guess Mike Hall, I'd go 3 years, 75. He takes it. Bowman, we might bring back, though. We'll see. I mean, he's only 4 mil, sure. Never mind, he doesn't take it. Okay, cool. All right, let's get to the end of the year. And I mean, we might not even make the playoffs this year with, again, the highest overall team in the league. That's tough. Okay, we do make the playoffs going only 11-6. We get a first round bye. Is that the second time that's happened? I don't know. That's crazy, though. But our defense was not that good this year. Our offense bounced back to become the best in the league, at least in terms of points per game. That's crazy. Cam Ward is just insane. 4,700 yards, 40 touchdowns, 8 picks. Greenwood bounced back, but he still wasn't good particularly. 1,700 yards and 21 touchdowns for Armstrong again. Almost 1,200 yards for Bozeman. Still won't get a star dev somehow. But Chris Wise and Steven Austin were not great, especially Austin, but the rest of the line was fine. And then JOK, 102 tackles, TFLs 13 for Baldwin, 12 for Upshaw and Hall. And sacks? Ooh. Okay, 10.5 for, or 11.5 for Upshaw, that's good. 10.5 for Baldwin, that's good. 9 for Hall, but only 1.5 for Maurice Stewart? This dude sucks. What do you mean? How do you only get a sack and a half out there in full-time starting snaps? That's crazy. I mean, Pete almost did better, getting 158 snaps than Maurice Stewart did getting, what, 950? 980? Whatever. But interceptions, 3 for Bowman and Hickman, and then 1 for 4 different players. I don't know how we got a first-round bye with that bad of a defense, but... Oh yeah, I also never checked Coach of the Year. I don't know why Mikey McDingle up there at number 10. I should. It looks like he's probably won 1 or 2. 2. I mean, he has 1,500 legacy score or whatever. But Cam Ward at 4 for MVP. George Armstrong wins another Offensive Player of the Year. Cam Ward at 10. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Greg Rousseau. Eli James at 5 for Offensive Rookie of the Year. And Maurice Stewart somehow at 4 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I guess he got TFLs, but a sack and a half. That's crazy. But all right, should we bench anyone for the playoffs here? I don't know, because, I mean, we got a first-round bye, but it was, I don't know, not the flashiest first-round bye record. It looks like the AFC just beat up on each other all year. Pause. I mean, that usually happens in simulation because every team is so, like, even. Any team can upset any other team, so a lot of teams just become kind of average. It doesn't happen every year, but it happens more than it should. But all right, what division rival are we going to be facing in the divisional? I guess maybe we won't be because only the Bengals are in the playoffs, but we'll see. Yep, it's the Bengals. Good call. This is going to be a painful loss. They're 9-8. They're a worse team. They're a division rival, and they're the away team. I mean, we beat the Ravens the last time that happened, but we also just lost to the Bengals in week 18 to put them into the playoffs, so unlucky. But all right, can we please beat the Bengals here? We had to put up almost 50 points, but we do. We win 49-38. Our defense is really, really selling us here. Do we have a better option than Stewart? I guess Pete could be. Let's try Pete, I guess. I mean, he shouldn't do better because he's a worse overall, but he might. Not like that's going to fix all of our issues, but maybe it'll make it better. But we're going to be taking on the Bills in the conference championship. Is this the team that took us out of the playoffs? Have they taken us out of the playoffs? I feel like they have. But they're only an 89 overall, 89 across the board to our 93, so we should be able to win this game. And did we? We do, 35-17. So we are once again gonna be in the Super Bowl. And we're gonna be taking on the Arizona Cardinals. They're a 90 overall here, and they went 13-4. I mean, at least this is a pretty good team we're facing. At least it's not like an 86 overall or something. But no foreplay or anything here. Let's just jump in and let's watch this simulate. We deserve this. They have Patrick Mahomes. We're cooked, but we deserve it. I don't have a good feeling about this one, unfortunately, but you know what? We'll try our best. That's all we can do. I mean, I guess I'm speaking for the team. I don't know if they will try their best, but I hope. But it looks like we do score first. It's just a field goal. They, of course, get a touchdown, but we're driving. We do score, and we score again, up 17, now 24-7. They do get a field goal. It's 24-10. They make it 24-17. Are we gonna choke? They're driving. We thankfully stop them. We go down and kick a field goal. They were driving. We stop them again. Our defense saved us here as we finally win a Super Bowl, 27-20 over the Arizona Cardinals. If we would have choked that, I would have called this a good old 8-year rebuild. I would have stopped it there, and I wouldn't have touched this game for another 3 days at least, but at least we get the Super Bowl win. That was scarier than it should have been, but we finally win our Super Bowl. Looks like Patrick Mahomes didn't have the best game here. No touchdowns, 2 picks. Greenwood sucked. We'll definitely let him go. But George Armstrong, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns. We'll take it. Taylor Levine, 2 picks. Also, Kyle Baldwin, 2 sacks. So again, we finally got our first Super Bowl win, the Browns' first ever, but we still have 2 more years here. Let's see if we can win any more. This definitely isn't the year I expected to win the Super Bowl, though. Oh yeah, and who won Super Bowl MVP? Not playoff bracket. It was not yet. Where is it? Oh, does it not show up this week? I think we have to go to the next week. It was George Armstrong. That makes sense. So Offensive Player of the Year and Super Bowl MVP in the same year. What did I say that right? I don't know. Sometimes I like say something and I just immediately forget what I said. I don't know if I said that right. He won Super Bowl MVP and Offensive Player of the Year in the same year, so he's pretty good. But all right, for the rest of our re-signings, I am not going to pick up the 5th year for Chris Wise. He's been playing like garbage lately. I mean, really his whole career. I almost wonder if we should switch him to right tackle or something. Or guard. I mean, he was a guard. We'll see. Bowman, Edwards. Who should we bring back? Wait, oh yeah, I guess I didn't do what the plan was. I guess I re-signed Mike Hall when I wasn't going to, but I mean, he's been good, so it's good we kept him, I guess. But all right, let me see if we can restructure any deals. We should be able to. Ooh, we might end up with a good amount of money. This is gonna screw us over for the future, but I want to go for that repeat, that back-to-back. I won't restructure Greenwood because I think we're gonna trade him. But all right, we now have 54 million in cap space. That's crazy. I would go player friendly and up it a little bit for Bowman. He takes it. I mean, that was still only 6 mil a year. Edwards, we don't really need. Higgins regressed. We don't really need him. Bozeman, I mean, I would go player friendly again. He takes it this time. Okay, cool. We still need a number 3 receiver once we let these two go, but everyone else, I think we are good to let go, so we can actually do something in free agency, I think. All right, well, it doesn't look like there are any free agent running backs that are necessarily going to do well. So let me see, is there, let me check the stats. Who has been like the best running back here that's still around? Because obviously the running backs that do well in Madden are the ones who are already good in real life. Okay, honestly, there aren't many that are like insanely good or anything. There's Kenneth Walker. He's 31 though. Bijan's probably also 29, 30, okay. But I still think he'd be worth trading for. They don't take a second round pick for a 30-year-old running back? Okay, sure. I mean, I know he's been doing well, but he's a 30-year-old running back. Okay, we'll take Bijan and a 6th for our first round pick. So we finally get a good running back. We really haven't had that good of a running back for this entire rebuild. At least, you know, one that plays well. But let's trade away Greenwood. I mean, he's a better player than Bijan. So by the logic of having to give a first for Bijan, I think it would be fair to take a first for Greenwood. If anyone even needs him. Oh, the Bengals do, but I don't want to do an interdivision trade. But all right, we'll send Greenwood and a 5th to the Chiefs for the 12th overall pick. I know for being realistic, this is way too much to get for him, but I mean, I'm just going by the logic of what we had to pay for Bijan. Greenwood's better and younger, not in terms of performance, but overall. So those weren't exactly the most realistic moves there, but whatever. I think we just somehow upgrade. Maybe that wasn't the most realistic. We upgraded our running back position, kind of, and we upgraded our draft pick. Maybe I should rethink how I did that. Oh well, they took it. I didn't force them to. I just simmed over. Am I stupid? I just simmed through free agency. I guess that's what I get for scamming the Chiefs. Oh, nobody signed anyways. Okay. I don't know if there is anyone I want here. Maybe another good lineman, but that's also something we could just draft. How does Zach Tom do? Good for the most part. What happened here? That's scary. Woo, okay, this is at right tackle. All right, Zach Tom, do you want to join the team? Maybe. We'll see. He does. Okay, cool. He could even start for us this year because I think... What should we do with our O-line? The left side was bad, so what if we move Wise to right guard? I don't know what we would do with Austin then. I don't know if I trust Atkinson at left tackle either. I mean, I might have to though. What if we just switch Atkinson to left, Wise to right, and then we'll put in Zach Tom for whoever inevitably underperforms, and then we'll switch Austin to right guard and Hightower to left? I don't know, this could backfire, but again, the left side of our line was bad. I mean, this could make both sides play bad. Hopefully not, but we'll see what happens. And should we look for a pass rusher, actually? Well, I guess we're out of money now, but there isn't really even that good of a pass rusher anyway, so maybe that's something we can draft. I don't know. I'm still undecided on what I even want to do in the draft, so let's get there. And I mean, we have a good pick this year, so we'll see what we can do. But all right, we pick at 12. The Eagles have the number 1 pick here. That's interesting, but I guess we're so far in the future at this point, it's not really that interesting. Okay, ooh, okay. The other pass rushers I scouted suck, but Melvin Goodwin looks pretty good. There were some top 5 talent receivers, but they went early. But there is, thankfully, at least one good pass rusher here. Melvin Goodwin. I focus scouted 3 of them. They're all 3 still available, but he's the only good one. So we'll take him. Ranked 16, got him at 12. We'll take it. Does have hidden dev. That's huge. Also out of Washington State. Let's go, I guess. But round 2, let's take a receiver. There should still be some good ones left, I think. Never mind. Okay, cool. Really, all of them got picked? Also, why did this guy not get focus scouted? What happened? I mean, he looks horrible, but oh my god. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. But I guess we'll take Adam Peake because he's like at least pretty good. First to second round talent, sure. Ranked 40, got him at 64. I mean, that's about what I expected. We'll take it. And then I don't know if there's anyone good still available. They're tight ends. I forgot to switch our focus away from tight ends. That's fine. Is there a good lineman? McLean looks solid, but let's see. Centers. Ooh, maybe Samuels. I don't know. He might be mid. He has good strength. I mean, we don't need to take him yet, but whatever. We'll pick him. Ranked 38, got him at 96. I mean, we'll take that for sure. Probably could have got him way later, but I mean, he was still well worth it there. And then let's go with maybe a linebacker. We might need one of those in the future. Never mind, I don't see a good one. Sometimes it's fun to just pick like the best player left on the board. The best is really nobody's fallen. At the end of the 4th, the best player left is ranked 85. He doesn't look horrible. He at least has a few okay ratings, sure. Sometimes it's good to do this, sometimes it's whatever. Here it wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. I mean, we need O-line depth, so we'll take it. But all right, in the draft, Goodwin is a 76. We'll take that. Hopefully he does better than whatever his name was last year. Didn't go up when I moved him to defensive end, unfortunately, but that's fine. I mean, he'll start. Same with Peak, maybe. I mean, we could just sign a free agent receiver too. That might be the better move than starting a 74 overall receiver at this point, who's probably more like a 67 if we're talking real life ratings, but whatever, we'll still take him. We might start him. And then Samuels, he's pretty good, 75 overall, not gonna start, but I mean, if someone underperforms, we could also put him in. Like if we have multiple linemen underperform, which is possible. And then Colbert's fine, 71. The CPU took an okay run. I feel like we've already had a running back named Lovelock. But all right, second to last season, let's get into year 9, and let's see if we can repeat Super Bowl wins. I should speed this up more. I'm kind of yapping a lot at this point. But okay, heading into year number 9, we are a 94 overall. Again, heading into the season. I don't know what we're gonna be by the end. We might not develop that much because, I mean, we're getting older as a team, but I mean, still not that young, or still not that old. So we could be like a 96 or something by the end of the year. I don't know for sure, but we could be. But I mean, there really isn't much more to say about this team. It's good. I think y'all know that. So let's get to the mid-season for the final time. Next year, we'll just go straight to the end of the year, but we will see how we're doing. All right, well, we're 4-3. We absolutely should be better than this. What's happening this year? I mean, we're good on both sides of the ball. We just should be better. We're 8th for points per game on both sides. Cam Ward has been sacked 17 times. Yeah, that'll do it. All right, who's the culprit? Carson this year and Atkinson. Okay, we'll put in Tom at left tackle and I guess Samuels at center. This is why you get backup linemen, because even if they're worse overalls, they will play better most of the time. Not always, but most of the time. And that's probably our big issue. So who do we have to re-sign? Chris Wise, I'm good. Jaleel Upshaw, we definitely need. 3 years, 74, doesn't take it. And that's like all the money we have. Uh-oh. We might have screwed our cap space for year 10. I mean, we'll be fine. It's a lot of positions where we have depth, like O-line, not safety, but corner. Like, we should be okay regardless, but we'll see. But let's get to the playoffs, and hopefully we're in them. We should be. You gotta be kidding me. We missed the playoffs at a 94 overall. What? We were the highest overall team in the league by 2, and if we did better, we probably would have developed more, but even missing the playoffs, we were 2 overall better than anyone else in the league. Awesome. Let's get into the offseason. I can't even speak. I'm just shocked at the simulation in this game, man. Cam Ward was good. Bijan was good, just we didn't rush much. George Armstrong was good. Peak did well. That's a number 2 for offensive rookie of the year type year. The O-line did better, but Steven Austin sucks, dude. Chris Wise was good at right tackle, though. Really good. We just can't afford him. We'll find a replacement at tackle, though. We had a good amount of TFLs, pretty good amount of good amount of sacks for sure, but Goodwin wasn't great. Better than Stewart did last year, and we only had 5 picks on the year. At least we won a Super Bowl, but we've deserved more. But Armstrong wins another Offensive Player of the Year. Peak, I called it, gets number 2 for Rookie of the Year, but Goodwin does win Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's cool. I mean, 2 out of 4 awards not making the playoffs is kind of crazy. But all right, let's get into the final offseason of this rebuild. Again, at least we have a Super Bowl win so far, but how do we miss the playoffs? Like, that's crazy. At least we had a winning record. I mean, teams underperform in real life for sure, but that's usually injury related or just, I don't know. But we had a Bucks-Chargers Super Bowl here. That's weird. Looks like the Chargers win their first ever Super Bowl, I think. Maybe. Don't quote me. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. The Chargers are a team I don't think of much for some reason. Sorry to Chargers fans. I don't know. But all right, for re-signings, let's restructure some deals first. I mean, we should be able to restructure a few. I don't know how many, but some. Ooh, not many. But all right, I guess this doesn't matter, but I guess we'll pick up the 5th year for Steven Austin. I mean, we're not going to get to that point anyways, but we can't can't afford Chris Wise. We need Jaleel Upshaw back. I would go player friendly. I'll even up it if we have to. 4 years, 114, and he does take it, thankfully. And now we have no cap space. Cool. We'll restructure him. I mean, even if we lose all these players, we'll still have a really good team. But, I mean, we're going to be losing some players, that's for sure. Who would I want back most out of this group? Probably Levine, right? He's a top 5 free safety. He's been playing about like it. Doesn't have a crazy amount of picks, but I think he would still be my pick. I mean, it could be smart to bring back Hightower, or, I mean, Wise was good. I just don't know if I trust him. God, we're going to be losing 3 starting linemen. That's not great heading into the final year. Wait, Zach Tom was old. We still have him, right? Okay, good. I was worried he retired, but I guess we'll bring Atkinson, or not Atkinson back, Levine back. So we'll offer him, I guess, as small of a deal as we can, and then we'll tag him. So we're now negative 14 mil in cap, but at least we got him back. What's the damage? What are we gonna go down to once we lose all these players? Only a 92. Is that because we just don't have players? Sometimes if you don't have a player at a position, it just ignores that position towards overall. I don't know why. I'm surprised we're still a 92, but I guess we'll take that. Ooh, Goodwin got superstar dev. That's huge. But man, this secondary, these corners aren't looking great. I mean, Bowman's our number 1. An 85 is good, but he's only ranked 47 for corners. Not great as the number 1, but not much we can really do there anymore. Speaking of not great, Colbert as a starting tackle, he's ranked number 83. Debatably like a practice squad level player, or 3rd string at best. That's crazy. But all right, let's get into our final draft. This is I mean, it's an important one for sure. It's gonna be a hard one though. I need to plan what we are even gonna look for, because we have so much to look for. I mean, well, it's mostly just linemen, so we might be okay. We'll see. But all right, in our final draft, we pick at number 17, the Falcons. Apparently, us stealing Bijan kind of screwed him over. I guess that makes sense, because running back is like, I've said it once, I'll say it a million times, running back is like the most important position in this game for God knows what reason. I mean, although we upgraded at running back and we had our worst year, but I guess we just didn't run the ball much, so I don't know. But let's see who's available. There was, okay, well, keyword was, a top 5 talent receiver. He's gone. He was projected to still be here, but I figured he would go early. Where'd he go? Probably 1 pick before, yep, 1 pick before us to the Bengals. Of course it was the Bengals. Well, I probably wasn't going to take him anyways, because we don't need a receiver, but I mean, I might have, because there isn't really a lineman worth taking here. That actually kind of sucks then. I don't know what to do, man. There's still a few things we need to fix. It's hard to immediately fix it through the draft. Keenan Rich looks pretty good at corner. I guess we'll take him just because he looks good. Ranked 9, got him at 17. Don't know what we're going to do with him, but he's good. But all right, let's go with one of the guards, or a couple of them probably. Oh, well, one I focus scouted is gone. Oh, this guy's elite strength, Nick Anderson. He looks pretty good. Ranked 24, we'll take it. And then let's also take Mason Hopkins, I guess. Ranked 45, not as good, but we'll take it because we have to. I don't know why I've been so obsessive about taking linemen in this rebuild when it really hasn't been that much of a problem for us at all, but to be fair, on paper, it isn't good, so might as well. And then let's take just a good depth receiver, Devin Fisher, sure. Ranked 69, nice. We'll take it. But here's how we did. Was this another horrible class? Keenan Rich was the number 9 ranked player. He's only a 77? I mean, maybe there were good players early on, but yeah, the fall off was pretty quick, unfortunately. Oh, there was even a better corner available, BJ Riles. I mean, barely better, but I guess better. But yeah, he's decent. I don't know what we're gonna do with him. This was kind of just like we should have. I mean, I wish that receiver was still available, but of course he went 1 pick before us to a division rival. But Nick Anderson, he's good. He's probably going to have to start, unfortunately. And then Mason Hopkins, I mean, he might even have to. We'll see. But 2 middle linebackers. I want to say some not nice things to the CPU. But let's get into the final year, year 10 of the rebuild. And let's see if we can win our 2nd Super Bowl of the rebuild in the final year. But okay, heading into the final season, we are a 91 overall. Hopefully we'll be better by the end of the year, but even this isn't bad. But this has been a lot of fun. I love doing these 10 10-year rebuilds. I hope y'all do too, or I hope y'all enjoy watching them. This has felt like a long one. This has felt like a challenging one. I mean, that was the idea, to be fair, but almost more challenging than I even expected. Now, at least we got a Super Bowl win. That's really cool, but we want 2. And I think we have a good enough team still. We're probably not the highest overall team in the league anymore. We could be by the end of the year because we're super young again. We have quite a few rookies starting. The Ravens are a 92, and the Raiders. The Cowboys are tied with us, and the Chargers. So yeah, we're tied for 3rd for overall, but we could get back to the top by the end of the year. So speaking of that, let's just get to the end of the season, and we will see how we can finish this rebuild off. If we make the playoffs, I'm going to be disappointed, but that's just kind of the way it goes sometimes. Okay, in the final season of this rebuild, we finished 14-3. We somehow didn't get a first round bye going 14-3, but I mean, what else is new in Madden? We somehow get one going 11-6, but we don't get one going 14-3. The Jets went 15-2. Damn. But all right, let's check out. First, we'll check out season stats for this year, which, by the way, Cam Ward, 5,000 yards, 52 touchdown passes, 76 completion percentage. Oh, if he doesn't win MVP, I am gonna give up on ever winning MVP in franchise. But Bijan was okay, 800 yards, 4.2 per carry, sure. George Armstrong, 1,900 receiving yards and 22 touchdowns. 1,150 for Bozeman, 10 touchdowns. Even Peak and James were good. Ooh. Okay, Zach Tom wasn't great, but the rest of our line was. I benched Anderson for Hopkins at the midseason, and that definitely worked out. But we don't really have a replacement for Zach Tom. I don't want to risk, I guess really our only option to start there is either Anderson, who wasn't good, or I guess Colbert, who I don't trust. But on defense, 127 tackles for JOK. I wonder if he's going to break the all-time tackles record. Probably not, but he has a lot. TFL 16 for Baldwin, 14 for Goodwin, 12 for Hall, and sacks. 15 for Upshaw, 13 for Hall, 12.5 for Goodwin. I did not think he would be good after last year. I thought he would be decent. I thought he would get 8, but I didn't expect 12.5, and then 12 for Baldwin. But interceptions, 4 for Bowman, 2 for JOK and Hickman, and then 1 for a couple players. But I want to check career stats. I'll see how these guys have done in their careers. So far, Cam Ward, almost 40,000 passing yards, 343 touchdown passes, 123 picks, 71% completion percentage. Bijan, 12,000 rushing yards, 5 per carry, 82 touchdowns. Most of this was with the Falcons, obviously. But George Armstrong, through, I guess, 8 years, 12,000 yards and 160 touchdowns. Probably gonna get, the record for receiving yards is 22,000? Yeah, I'm surprised I remember that. 22,895 for Jerry Rice. So Armstrong, if he played a long enough career, he's on pace to beat that. Of course, this is a world with no injuries or anything like that, but still crazy. Zach Tom, 69 sacks allowed, nice. But 1,370 tackles for JOK, 120 TFLs for Mike Hall, and then 77.5 sacks for him, 71 for Baldwin, 66 for Upshaw, and then picks 18 for JOK, 14 for Hickman. Not that many interceptions, but still pretty good. But finally, Cam Ward does win MVP. That's a crazy top 4. But George Armstrong takes another Offensive Player of the Year. Cam Ward at 5. Jaleel Upshaw 4 for Defensive Player of the Year. And then we didn't really have any rookies other than linemen get any playing time, so nobody up there. But of course, we are once again in the playoffs. Only up to a 92. I'm surprised that's all we developed. Again, this is a really young team, or at least we are at certain positions like the O-line. Why is there an invisible team? What? Ooh, the amount of glitches in this game, man. This isn't that important a one, but still, just the sheer amount of them is kind of absurd. But we're up there. We're tied as the highest overall team once again. But we're gonna be taking on the Raiders in the wild card here. They're only 9-8. But they are a 91 overall. Now, we did just beat them in the wild card, in week 18. It feels like we've been playing a team in the wild card that we just faced at the end of the regular season. It's kind of weird, but it's happening again. We had the best offense this year. They were 4th, but we had the 10th defense for points per game allowed. They had 32nd. So possibly our final game of the rebuild. Can we beat the Raiders in the wild card here? No, you hate to see it.